Forget about the music. Beginning of a marathon. Could be. Could very well be. Hello, hello. Welcome in. My name is Evan Freiberger, and today we're going to be covering the severe weather that is possible out over in Iowa today. And we actually had a little bit of an upgrade on our tornado threat earlier today, back over here near Waterloo, Waverly, Hampton, Clarion, Cedar Rapids, Marengo, and Vinton are now in a 5% tornado risk. And the reason why that's there is mainly because the HRRR kind of underdid, and some of our models kind of underdid the dew points that are possible out and across this region. And so they are a little bit higher. So the tornado threat will be a little bit higher today as well. We're still going to be monitoring kind of the same failure mode, though, is the capping inversion. This is a sounding out from 18Z earlier today from the SPC. And you can see this is just in the border of Nebraska and Iowa. And by 18Z, we still had pretty stout capping inversion in place. Backed winds at the surface. Not a whole lot of lower level shear yet. So going to be kind of hard for a tornado to get going in that specific environment. But we'll have to see how our environment changes throughout the day. Let me just make sure we haven't got any new special soundings. Yeah, not yet. But I will be keeping an eye on that. But yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about today. Quite the capping inversion out there, but there is a small chance, not a big chance, but a small chance that we get a tornado today. And also, you know, we also have some potential out there for some damaging winds, significant damaging winds, all the way from Iowa down into Texas, with a 30% highlighted over here into Des Moines, Gundy Center, and Waterloo, where 75-mile-per-hour winds and above will be possible. And also some significant hail is possible out over into this region as well. If we come back up to northern Iowa, you can see we got 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour windstorm already ongoing over here near Estherville, Armstrong, and Grettinger. That's how you say that. And we also have some storms trying to initiate back over. I got one individual hair somewhere that is bugging me. Yeah, we have a couple of storms over here near Eagle and Weeping Water as well, with some decent lightning on it, and that'll be moving pretty close to Omaha throughout the day. Omaha in the house. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. You're in the right place. Remember me from the Bogue Cheeto tornado? I do remember you. How's everything going after all of that? Hopefully everybody that you know is okay. Hello? Hello. Also, we have some storms back over here near Kansas City, just north of Kansas City, with a couple pop-up thunderstorms over there near Atchison. You're going to keep an eye on those. Again, all of our storms are going to be struggling from that capping inversion, but we'll see just how much they can actually do stuff today. We also have some dry thunderstorms out over here in Texas. So as you can see, there's not a whole lot of precipitation with these guys, but they are carrying winds potentially up to 70-mile-per-hour winds as these surge into the Lubbock area, and then also back over there near Brownfield as well. So quite the windstorms there. Let me see if we can get any traffic cameras out over there as well. Let's go Texas. I forget what it's code. Texas traffic. Drive Texas, is that right? Yeah, Drive Texas. Do that. We'll come here. We'll also have Vince live later on here to do. Let's see if we can get a look at what these rainless thunderstorms are up to. Traffic cameras. Oh, there are some traffic cameras. Nice. Is that a dust storm? Yeah, there is a dust storm warning out here, actually. See if we can get like a better view. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'd say there's a dust storm there. It looks like rain, but that's not actually rain. That's just a big old wall of dust. Look at that. Haven't seen Eben yet? What do you mean? I'm here. Yeah, all that darkness back there, that's dust. and potentially 70-mile-per-hour winds coming into the Lubbock, Texas area. There's another good view of that. Wow, it'll be interesting to see what it looks like inside of this dust storm as it comes through. But yeah, this, again, not a whole lot of rain, a decent amount of lightning with these storms, but let's see if we can actually get into this sucker. Oh yeah, this is deeper inside. Yeah, not quite in Lubbock yet. What about the northwestern corner? Oh yeah, look at that. That's actually in the dust storm itself. Again, this is in Lubbock, Texas. So if you live in Lubbock, y'all got some dust coming your way. We can get like a camera that's like farther away. That has like a better view on this, but I like this camera. This camera's all right. We'll use this camera for now. Yeah, watch out, 70-mile-per-hour winds and some dust. It's coming y'all's way. So some power outages and also some dangerous driving conditions are coming towards you guys. Little latest update over here with this storm near Grettinger and Ringsted and Armstrong. Still 1 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds on that storm in Iowa. Wonder if Vince is chasing in Texas. I know he was down in that area earlier. Looks like he just went live. Oh, he's in Lincoln, Nebraska. Wow, he went all the way up north. Fair enough, fair enough. The screen was frozen. Interesting. Yeah, probably was like, probably was like, I don't know. Something. Not on my end, I'll tell you that. Thank you, Kari, for being a member for 14 months. I do appreciate that. We are still watching the dust storms slowly approach here in Lubbock, Texas. Again, if you're just now tuning in, that dark area back there, that is not rain. That is all dust, a wall of dust coming into Lubbock, Texas. Also, potentially up to 70-mile-per-hour winds are going to be possible there. We're recovering. Everybody's alive. We're at school, though. Some kids ain't been here all week. I've been providing food and friends in the mobile home park and surrounding area. Nobody died. We're good. Yeah. Yeah, but an erroneous report came out during the storm that claimed that 2 people had died, but that ended up not being true, thankfully. And we actually had no deaths from that tornado, so that's really good news. And thank you, Dr. Checkmate, for becoming a WIMD member. Welcome in. And that's the latest there. Monday in particular has the potential to be a particularly high-end day if things go right for it. Yeah, no, sure. I think out of all the days, yeah, Monday is definitely sticking out to me. But I mean, some of these days could surprise us. You know, we got a capping inversion, but if the cap ever breaks on any of these events, we're probably going to get some decently strong storms with some very large hail being possible, and also that tornado risk. A couple of strong tornadoes definitely, certainly possible if things line up just right. Yeah, the Enid tornado is like mostly in a field for most of its life, thankfully. Did hit a couple of structures though. North Carolina needs rain so bad. Yeah, the Southeast has been in a drought as well. There's a lot of people in a drought right now. I think if we, let me see if we can go bring up the drought map here real quick. Yeah. Man, look over here in Florida. They're in exceptional drought. All they need is Valdosta, Douglas, Waycross. All of Alabama, most of Georgia is in a pretty intense drought. I mean, we just don't see droughts like this in the Southeast very, very often. And yeah, North Carolina is in an extreme drought right now. They're near Asheville, Durham, Henderson, Rocky Mount. Whew. It is dry. It's also dry out into the west. I mean, there's barely any part, just mainly just like the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes regions, pretty much where we've been tracking most of our severe weather, that has been getting literally enough rain at all to not be in a drought. So yeah, it is dry. Very dry. Probably a bunch of crusty lips. Probably got a crusty lip outbreak happening right now. You're in Western North Carolina? Dang. Florida needs a good tropical storm. Yeah, I mean, y'all need some rain for sure. You get Vince undone there. Perfect. 41 people being monitored for the virus. Oh, is that the hantavirus? I don't know what I think about that yet. Because as far as I know, it's still the same old hantavirus. It's not more contagious, so it should be good. Shouldn't be a problem. Although apparently, yeah, monitoring for the virus doesn't necessarily mean that the virus is, or like they've confirmed the virus inside of them. In the 90s, it was up to about 55 people, and half died. On what? No known cases in the United States from the ship. Yeah. I don't know the latest news on that. I've been like keeping up with it every now and then. But I mean, it's a scary virus, don't get me wrong, but it's not contagious. I do know that for a fact. You'd have to be around somebody for a pretty long, prolonged period of time for you to get it. But I mean, if you do get it, it's like, I think the death toll is like 40% or something like that, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Very thankful that it's not like COVID. If it was like COVID, oh my gosh, they'd be locking down countries immediately, but it's not like that. Still scary though. All right. Still monitoring this dust storm as it approaches the Lubbock area. Again, up to 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible. This is what it looks like down there now. We'll go cycle through a couple of these cameras. Ooh, look at that view. See like the leading edge of the dust storm on this camera. Well, it's contagious in the way that you can get it for human-to-human contact. The Andes strain is the only one where you can get human-to-human contact. Yeah, visibility is dropping over here off of 19th. That is near Maxley Park. Definitely wouldn't recommend driving in these conditions. That is for sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're just like, if you're not live streaming, you know, using news cameras to like watch storms is fine. I don't think Omaha has any live cameras, I don't think. Yeah, there's a little storm over here near Weeping Water. It's trying to become severe. I don't think it's very close yet. It's actually closer than I thought. Might get a severe thunderstorm warning on these storms soon. These guys are going to be heading, looks like these ones in particular, and this one takes a little bit more of a northerly turn, which is possible today. That'd be like La Vista and Bellevue could have a chance for severe weather in that scenario. Yeah, later on today, so this is kind of what we're expecting today. So basically, it goes like this. You know, by the time we get into 6 to 7 p.m., we should have storms firing over there near Lincoln and Omaha and near Carroll. Pretty much this entire area should convect. I mean, I think there's enough moisture. And then as the storms kind of work off to the east, that's when our tornado threat gets a little bit bigger, especially around some of these storms like over here near Waterloo, near West Union, Grundy Center. right where that warm front is kind of sitting. So there could be maybe one or two spin ups possible today. A little bit more of a tornadic environment than we initially thought, I will admit, because the dew points are a little bit higher than what was forecasted, but still relatively going to be dealing with that capping inversion. So we'll have to see how these storms actually materialize today, but can't rule out some damaging winds, some very large hail, some significant winds, and also maybe even a tornado threat. So like this storm is getting a little bit stronger over there near Ringstead. Starting to see those blacks pop up in our DBCs, indicating that our hail might be getting a little bit bigger here. So I would not be surprised if they upgraded this severe thunderstorm warning to a little bit bigger hail. Temperature dew point spreads are going to be an issue. Yeah, I mean, that should overmix the environment. That's why the models were saying that there was going to be less tornadic. Let's see where that's at right now. I mean, we've got 60-degree dew points getting all the way up into central Iowa right now. So further up to the north, yeah, temperature dew points are going to be pretty far apart. So some elevated hailers further up to the north. But as you have storms kind of fire and then kind of right along this boundary, could have, enhanced little spin there in between our temperature gradients. But all in all, I mean, it's really not that tornadic of an environment. I don't think we're gonna have like a tornado outbreak by any means. I do think, if we get just the right storm interactions, could definitely see like a couple of spin ups though. They fixed that broken radar site in Mississippi yet? Yeah, looks like all the radar sites are working. They just issued a new severe thunderstorm watch back over here near Lincoln, David City, Fremont, and Wayne. Is that new or was that? No, I think that's the same one. Yeah, big hail is possible today for sure. Yeah, we could get up to 2-inch hail and larger, and also significant winds of 75-mile-per-hour winds plus. So could be an interesting day. Let me see where Vince is. And okay, so this is Pagey Tornado, and they are, man, look at that. Sun poking through there. They're in Auburn, Iowa. See that there are some clouds convecting off in the distance. You think Sunday is quite slept on? Well, I mean, the ingredients are there for Sunday, but again, the capping inversion. Do storms actually fire in the warm sector, or is it mainly just a wind bag? Either one of those scenarios could, potentially bring some, some dangerous damaging winds. Do any storms fire off the dry line? And it really just depends. I mean, like I said, we're gonna have to be watching for the capping inversion, but we could definitely get some surprises, And actually, that's the same case is going to be for Monday as well. Although Monday has a little bit more forcing, so if any day can, bust through the cap significantly, it will be Monday. Sunday is more conditional, but still some storms could fire and be a problem. So both of those days do need to be monitored pretty closely, in my opinion. Really just depends. It's kind of how it always goes. There's always a failure mode you got to watch for. Always going to be weather aware no matter what. And a storm is getting a little bit more severe over there just to the east of Ashland, south of Bellevue. It doesn't have a warning on it yet. And these storms are pretty much severe in terms of their hail, so. But it was really nice. Yeah, it was a good day outside today. Back here in the southeast. It feels like, it's been feeling like I've been in like Los Angeles. Check back over here near Lubbock, where we still have a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds. Those winds are now approaching shallow water and still heading up into northern Lubbock right now. So watch out for that. Still be indoors and away from windows. And a dust storm warning is still issued for these areas as well. Let's come check back in with our dust storm. wonder if John the Storm guy is live. I feel like this would be something random. He usually goes live for random things in Texas. And this is like his area. Yeah, he is live. Doing wildfire coverage. I don't know where he is, but we'll bring him up. Maybe he can get us a good view of the dust storm. I don't know where he is. I'm assuming he's near Lubbock, if I had to guess. He lives somewhere over there. Weather-wise update just now? Really? Oh. Is that it? Oh, okay. Freddie McKinney. Good chaser. All right, latest out over here. They did increase this hail to $half sized hail now, and that is heading now towards Ringstead and Armstrong. They're in Iowa. We also have some more convective initiation happening over here near Sloan, near Mapleton as well. And I think those are the storms that Pagey Tornado and Bryce are going towards. A little bit of a, maybe a low precip supercell happening over here near South Bend. Interesting. Oh, no, we definitely can't use Freddy. No. Yeah, I did figure out. He is exclusive. He's an exclusive chaser. Thank you, Kitten, for being a member for 12 months, an EF1 member at that. Thank you. We love you right back. Thank you. Live near El Dorado Springs, Missouri, and we have cloud to ground lightning here. Yeah, there's some storms in Missouri right now near Kickapoo and St. Joseph. I got a couple of thunderstorms back over here. None of them are too big yet, and hopefully not going to get big. Capping inversion might be too stout in Missouri, but it's still worth keeping an eye on them. Could get some severe weather. Kickapoo, in a town called Kickapoo, down there in Missouri. Yeah, I made a post on Discord, but yeah, Weather Circle is going to be down for the foreseeable future. I just don't have enough money to keep it going right now. So no harm if you guys want to get rid of your subscriptions. Totally understandable. And in fact, I would advise it. Just mainly because we might not get it back up until at earliest May 21st. It could be all the way to June 21st. Until it comes back up. So I apologize, but it's out of my control. With all the money that I owed from the last time we went broke, and then just all the bills I've had, and there not being like a whole lot of opportunities to go live. It's been a little broke. Just how it is. There it stinks. I really enjoyed it so far. Yeah. I like it too, but I'm struggling financially. I have been for like a month, 2 months, so it's just it's out of my control. It's just the YouTube stuff, and plus the economy being just absolutely piss poor right now. Like my car barely gets, like, I barely have to fill up any gas for my tiny little Mini Cooper, and that's pretty good gas mileage. But every time I fill up my tank, it's like $45 just down the drain. You go get food, food's like 25 to 50% more expensive, especially like the vegetables and fruits and stuff. don't know what the heck's going on with that. I guess it's the fertilizer issue with the Middle East war, I guess. Yeah, it's a mess. People that barely hang on financially are now just falling apart, and I am part of that crowd. So we'll see. I wish times were easier on everybody. I mean, it's not just me. I can't imagine. I mean, 63% of America answered a poll not too long ago, saying that, you know, $400 bill would really put them in an emergency, a financial emergency. So, you know, not just me. There's a lot of people out there. And then this is going to be absolutely, I mean, $4 of gas for over a month. I mean, that's going to put a lot of people in a bad spot. Unless you don't have to drive, unless you work at home. Thank you, Regina. I appreciate that. Do appreciate that. But as always, folks, if you do donate, please do it on Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. We get that money immediately, and it actually would be a big help right now. If you donate on YouTube, I'm not going to see that until June 21st. Yeah, still $half sized hail going towards Armstrong and Ringstead. This storm over here is getting pretty close to severe as well. Yeah, it's pretty close. Pretty close. Kind of like these storms just to the south of Omaha. Like that one right there is pretty close there as well. I think this was going to try to make a close approach to Bellevue. All right, let's come back over here to Lubbock. They did allow that dust storm warning to expire, but still some pretty strong winds. We just had a 60-mile-per-hour wind report 19 minutes ago, and so that's probably getting close, if not in Lubbock by now. That could be enough to knock out some power. Gas unleaded have to get for your truck is like, well, at least you can get unleaded gas in your truck. Imagine if you had to buy diesel. Holy moly. But yeah, I mean, $4.58, that's, I mean, it's unsustainable. That's what it is. It's unsustainable. Most of our economy cannot handle that. Monday has potential for the mode to blow. What does that mean? Storm mode to blow. I have not been too certain on the significant torr threat at all for some certain quirks you did not mention. Well, I mean, like, you got the crashing. Oh yeah, our farmers. Yeah, our farmers are struggling. I mean, pretty much everybody that's like low income. But yeah, I mean, Monday is interesting. We could have a crashing cold front. There could be some capping issues still on Monday. You know, but again, you know, if the cap breaks, if anything forces the cap to break, then there could be some pretty dang strong storms. I mean, the environment certainly could support it. So, you know, I am, you know, not sold on a tornado outbreak, but at the same time, I know the environment is there. And if the cap breaks, I mean, we're gonna have some trouble. We're gonna have some trouble. So I would certainly be paying attention to a future forecast for Monday. Just because of the environment. All right, looks like we did just get that severe thunderstorm warning down here near Glenwood, Malvern, and Hastings. It's going to be for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Just realized the warning thing isn't making noise. Let me fix that. $3.59 in Texas, always cheaper. It's technically cheaper, sure, but that's still way too high. I was like, they just extended this severe thunderstorm warning off to the east now for ping pong ball sized hail near Swee City, Lakota, and Buffalo Center. Watch out. Some hail is coming. It's not giant hail, but you know, we're getting to the size that might even be enough to cause some dinks in your car. This one, yeah, it was close to severe earlier. It's probably there, yeah. So we're probably gonna get, I agree with help. Probably going to get a severe thunderstorm warning on these soon. That one is close. Doesn't it look solid? It does, but I mean, it has the same issues. Not really in terms of the crashing cold front, but in terms of the capping inversion. So, you know, all those things will be watched, and that's the thing. It's just like nobody will really, well, people will tell you that, you know, a tornado outbreak is definitely going to happen. But, you know, in reality, oh, there's that severe thunderstorm warning. It's got a new severe thunderstorm warning over here for $half sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds These are heading towards Anthon, Correctionville, and Holstein. Now, a bunch of people in chat would love to live in Correctionville. I can't say a dang city name without you guys being like, "Hey, that's not correct." You're the best storm coverage person. Thanks. Gotta go. Your niece is graduating today. Well, congrats to your niece. I don't think June will go. I don't know. That's too far away. It's like impossible to, especially for severe weather, to nail down exactly how June will go. There's a lot of people saying the teleconnections are there for June to be pretty active, but you know, it'll probably be active for June, but not like probably, I don't know. It actually would be pretty easy. If these next severe weather threats don't, you know, produce like major tornado outbreaks, May is going to go down as pretty inactive, which would be great news. Financial, yeah, it is. It's hard getting through it. Yeah, I just can't wait until everything gets back to normal. Analog data accurate when forecasting? I mean, it can be, but I mean, there's just, the atmosphere is just so big. It's just so hard to, I mean, it can give you like an understanding of generally like what the patterns may be like, but like where that dry air is going to set up, where the capping inversions are going to set up, what the lapse rates are going to be, like all the little minute details that are super important for forecasting tornadoes. Like it doesn't give you any depiction on that. Oh. Looks like your boy Jonathan got off. We must have missed the fun part. 7 severe thunderstorm warnings now. Let's see what this latest one is. They just put it. They just updated this one to that 1.5 inch hail. It's your first time seeing radar today? Wow. What you been doing all day? TD spreads aren't really that bad. It's the storm mode is the issue for Monday. I mean, kind of. The thing about Monday is there's going to be just such a broad area where tornadoes could happen. So you would need a lot of failure modes to kind of happen all at once. We'll just use the RFS. Ignore the convection on this model. It loves to over-convect. See what the 18Z says in terms of the wind shear. That's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday kind of just looks like a wind bag for now. But again, like you get like a storm like this in Oklahoma that actually like matures and you get like a strong tornado on your hand. So it's a very fine line. And then Monday. Yeah, I mean, this is Sunday. Sorry, Sunday. I was talking about Saturday.
$50.
Hey,
thanks for covering the storms for us.
Thank you, Wendy, for the $50 donation. Everybody put birthday cakes in the chat for Wendy. That's a huge help. Thank you. All right, so there's Sunday. So yeah, there are storms firing in the worm sector on the RRFS, which doesn't really mean much. I mean, storms firing and maturing and with a capping inversion all the way at the surface. So, let me see what Monday. We can go further into Monday. Ooh, gross. I mean, the environment's there, but really strong wind shear. That's 1 a.m. So it's showing all of Monday. What would these? What's the soundings looking at around these storms? Ooh, and decent lower level shear, but I'm really talking about 152. I mean, tornadoes could certainly be possible, but man, look at that, 96 degrees with 62 degree dew points. Those are going to be like heat burst type storms. got real. Yeah, I mean, again, RFS here, over convecting. We'll see how it really is, but I mean, the bottom line is there's a lot of lower level wind shear. There's also decent capping. It's going to be out in this area. There are some thermodynamic issues that need to be worked out as we get closer. This isn't too bad of a profile here. I would probably support some very large hail, damaging winds, and also some tornadoes with some potential to be strong. The capping inversion is eroding here, almost fully eroded. Out in front of that storm over there near Lincoln, and back over here near Wichita. It is also eroding here too, with up to 50 knots of shear. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the environment is certainly there for strong and even long track tornadoes, but you know, will the thermodynamics be able to get their butts in line or not? That's the true question. I update on this storm over here near Moville. We now have this storm with 2-inch hail. This is now significant hail in our storm here. This is heading towards Anton, Correctionville, and Holstein. And I think this is what that storm looks like. Yes, this is what that storm looks like. This is Tornado Pagey and Bryce. They're loading. Let me do this real quick. Just on the left side of the stream there. Name is being replaced by the RFS, but not the RRFS that we're using right now. It's going to be the newer version. Which, if they say they have confidence in the newer version and nobody's used it yet.
Yeah, there we go. You ready for some baseballs?
Dude, I don't know if I want to destroy my windshield yet.
Yeah, this thing has 2-inch hail, and it could get up to baseball-sized hail. I do agree with them on that.
Super Sal's in here.
No matter what at this point.
Stu! Stu said we love hail spikes.
Yes, we do.
That is a gorgeous looking storm. Wow.
It's got me about 30 minutes out from Ida Grove.
Wow, look at that storm. That storm has 2-inch hail inside of it. That is what a 2-inch hailstorm looks like. This is in Iowa, near Odebo.
You're making me so mad, dude.
What do you mean? It's like a peaceful Sunday drive.
Okay, this storm is going to do some damage over there in Anthon and Correctionville. This is a little bit too loud still. Let me turn them down just a tad, just a smidge.
Look at that.
Where is this at? This is in western Iowa right now.
It's gonna merge. Look.
Hopefully it's a constructive merger, not a destructive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wishing for some big hail, so we'll wish them well. And also wish the people that are near the storm well as this storm comes up towards you guys. It's blossomed pretty quickly here, so if you live over there near Anthon and Correctionville, I would certainly be indoors and away from window. Very dangerous storm potential with this storm. Again, baseball-sized hail. You do not want to be in that kind of storm. That storm will F you up and your animals, so make sure your animals are indoors if you can get them there. And just be indoors. Be indoors and away from those windows. Try to get your cars indoors after you get your animals first, then property. Then yeah, stay away from those windows. That 2-inch hail can break windows. Back over here near Glenwood and Malvern, we're talking about 60 mile per hour winds and 1-inch hail coming your way. Oh wow. Interesting. Thanks for letting me know, Help. Apparently, a state of emergency has been issued for a freeze in Utah, which sounds like it doesn't make any sense. Like, you would think Utah can handle that, but it is because of crop failure. So because it's a freeze so late in the season, it could kill a lot of crops. And yeah, that's not good. So yeah, what orchard? You said orchard produce. So is that, are we talking like more inflation? And yeah, the farmers. Oh my goodness. The farmers, man, they are struggling. They're just struggling in general. And then with the fertilizer prices skyrocketing, golly. Orchards dying in freezes that are happening in May. The weather is just being an insult to injury. New severe thunderstorm warning with wind and hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds heading up towards Tabor, Iowa. This storm might get upgraded to baseballs here pretty soon. I mean, these DBZs are getting quite high. 75 DBZs on this storm, just going into climbing hill right now. You do not need even higher food prices. I agree. We're gonna have to like start doing streams on cell phones. From the streets, from our new tent. To think about investing in a tent. Give me a
Christine
little
Sheehan
cook stove.
donated $10. Thanks for keeping an eye on Nebraska, Evan.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for tuning in, Christine. Thank you for that $10. It's a huge help. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, speaking of Nebraska, these storms are going to be moving out, but we still got this one over here near Bellevue that might have some small hail. Wouldn't surprise me if they threw like a 1-inch hail warning on that. They just put a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm with some $half sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Heading up just north and east of Lamar's, Iowa, heading up towards Granville. That will get a day 3 moderate tomorrow. Yeah, there's still there's still some things that need to be worked out. I will say it's an environment that could support a moderate risk, but some failure modes need to be understood just a little bit better. So I think if we do get a moderate for Monday or Sunday, maybe it'll have to be like a little bit more certainty. Right now, a little bit of uncertainty, crashing cold front, capping inversions, storm mode, all those things are going to be important to understand before we start to feel any confidence. Like I haven't really felt confidence about any of these events so far. It's been a pretty low confidence forecast. Like this one, I was pretty confident about. The potential was there, but the capping inversion wasn't going to break. Were we going to get enough moisture? And it does seem like the capping inversion is breaking. So this is just an example of what can happen in the environment that we have present over these next couple of days when the cap does break. You can get a big hailer, potentially with up to baseball-sized hail, maybe even a tornado threat. Maybe even in some days, a strong tornado threat too. Maybe even into an intense type of tornado threat. But, all those things have to be figured out. Good news is none of these storms have much rotation, so that's good news. But we do have some stronger winds developing back over here near Bartlett and Tabor. We can only have hamburger helper minus the hamburger. Sheesh. It's rough. It's rough out there. I think they're letting this severe thunderstorm warning expire there. The storm is still warned for ping pong ball sized hail though, going towards Swee City and Lakota. And thank you, Eric McGrath, for the $2 donation. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a good point, Lynx. We could just all turn into herbivores. just like the cows do, just start eating grass. Can't afford food or gas, eat grass. And that's what my grandpa always used to say. I'm just kidding. Times are rough, guys. They're dark. Times are dark right now. Hard to be positive when times are so dark. But I think I just fear for the people that like can't make it through. Like for instance, like somebody like Blondie. Like she's been struggling big time, and like I feel so bad because
right
I can't do anything to help her.
Hail, but the radar says 4-inch hail, so we're not sure how big it is.
I'm going with probably baseballs, if not softballs, right now.
Yeah, probably
We're gonna have to
baseballs.
sample that. There's just no good.
There's a big old hail core in that storm they're going towards. This thing is.
Continues like that, and the tornado
We're gonna get a
is
PDS
kinda low
severe
right now.
thunderstorm warning on this storm soon.
Yep, we're gonna have to sample.
Cassie! Yes, the face came out. Your face.
My face. What?
Yep.
No, the funny part is that inflation on vegetables and fruit are higher than like the meat inflation right now. New severe thunderstorm warning back over here in Texas. Oh wow, he's got a look at this, 80-mile-per-hour considerable severe thunderstorm warning was just issued out over near Welsh. Watch out there. That is looking very dangerous. I would be in your safe spots there in Welsh, Texas, as 80-mile-per-hour winds are definitely strong enough to cause significant damage. And this is just a great example of you don't always need a big storm to get big winds. These are very dry thunderstorms, so the winds are very easily allowed to mix down to the surface, especially over here in Texas. So if you live over there near Welsh, watch out. 80-mile-per-hour winds are coming your way. This is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. Not good. Have you guys tried photosynthesis for food? All right, they just this is now a 2-inch hail storm observed. And that 2-inch hail is here. So no one's observed anything bigger than the 2-inch hail yet. But I got a feeling there's probably some big hailstones in there right now that just haven't been observed yet. I think that'll impact the severe weather. I mean, yeah, I mean, you could definitely still get, you know, QLCS tornado threat with that. Still some very strong winds with that crashing cold front. It's got another upgrade. When is that? Yeah, for this one, golf ball sized hail with this storm. I mean, that crashing cold front would definitely, oh my gosh, my program's bugging. It would definitely make a difference for sure. Because the northern mode has some of our best kinematics, but there's some pretty decent kinematics further down to the south as well. Along the dry line, if we can get storms to happen there. This storm near Algona has just been warned for some $half sized hail and some 60-mile-per-hour winds as our storm continues off to the north and east towards Galbraith and Sexton and Algona there in Iowa. Sunlight costs are beyond absurd. Yeah, unfortunately, money doesn't favor the nice people. People in the South already eat collards and mustards, greens. What's next? Yard clippings? I'll tell you what, I'm about to get me a gun for the first time and maybe start thinking about learning how to hunt. A little interesting area of some strong winds here near Tabor. Little area of convergence here as well with some maybe some rotation starting to develop there. No, that's in the clear air, but yeah, some stronger winds with this storm near Tabor. Go check back down near Lubbock here with our 80-mile-per-hour wind warning. It's interesting they only warned this tiny little sliver. But yeah, watch out over there near Welsh. Maybe north of Welsh too, near Pride, Texas. Very dangerous winds. Let's come check back over here with Tornado Pagey. They're getting pretty close to that hail core near Ida Grove, Iowa.
There's gonna be softballs falling out. That's how sharp the gradient is on the south side of this supercell.
To know how to hunt. I don't really know much about hunting. All I know is that shoot animal, die, cook it.
Calipers.
That's pretty much all I know about it. And I would hate that lifestyle. I'm the kind of person that there's a bug in my house and I don't want it in the house instead of killing it. Unless it's a fly. I kill a lot of flies. And fruit flies. But if it's like a spider, I usually just let them out.
I don't think it's reflecting, is it? Okay.
And also ants. I've done a couple ant genocides before. I'm not proud about it. Not proud about it. That is true. You could eat the bugs for nutrients.
Yeah, the merger.
I'm very surprised it still has a warning for 2-inch hail.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, welcome in. You can eat flies. I don't think so. I don't think that's right. Aren't flies like full of like horrible bacteria and like hantavirus? Spider, centipede, or pill bug. I consider it a house pet. Yeah, I don't like keeping them in the house. I'll just let them out with the cub.
City just got late.
But I definitely, I wouldn't be happy. Definitely wouldn't be happy having to kill like literally any animal. Most animals are cute. I would be a very bad hunter. I'd be like, yeah, but do we have to kill it? But I'm also hungry. Yeah, strong winds are continuing to surge towards Randolph here in Iowa. This storm also has a decent hail core on it with 1-inch hail. Heading down kind of a weird direction. It's kind of done a little bit of a wind surge here down to the south and east. Still a little area of rotation indicated by radar, but I still think that's out in the clear air. Got some more storms popping up over here near Storm Lake now too. So those could also eventually become severe. Look at us. We went from our privileged times talking about what kind of steak we liked and all the fun, awesome spaghettis and chicken meals we used to think about and eat, and now we're talking about eating bugs. What has happened to this economy? Mosquitoes and bed bugs, yeah, those get genocided. Not gonna lie. Although, when I think about it morally, don't like the fact that that is how it is, but I don't know, I just hate them. I might be a mosquito racist. Stink bugs. Yeah. Never kill a stink bug because they stink. It's in the name. I do like some bugs though. I think bees are pretty cool. They're mainly like harmless, and I figured that out from an early age. We used to have like a lot of wasps that would like fly on the sidewalk, but as long as you don't like mess with them, they don't bite you.
Tickled my nose.
The only time they bite you is when they just happen to fly into your clothing, or like you're like moving your arm in a weird way right at the wrong time. You get ladybugs, lightning bugs, those are cool. Oh yeah, the bumblebees. They're not supposed to be able to fly according to physics, but they do. because they believed. Beetles. Yeah, beetles are neat. They're the less famous kind of bugs, but they all live very unique lifestyles. All right, looks like we just got an upgrade on one of our warnings out over here in Iowa. This little wind surge we've been watching here has now been warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds. So watch out over there near Randolph. Some damaging winds is certainly possible as that comes through. And potentially some tree limbs could go down. Definitely some power outages here and there are going to be possible. Indiana looks fine for now. Let me see if there's anything in the short range you got to worry about. Yeah, southern Indiana is going to have a couple chances for some thunderstorms over the next couple of days. And then eventually northern Indiana will start to see some storms as we get into Monday morning, afternoon. And then likely as we go into the nighttime on Tuesday, the early morning Tuesday into the Tuesday afternoon. And thank you, Anthony, for becoming a WIMD member. Welcome in. Bees are the only insects you respect. You're okay with ladybugs and lightning bugs. I will say ladybugs, though, they got on my nerves this year. I don't know what it is about my front porch, but I had like a billion ladybugs. And because I keep my front door open for Chaz, it's like it's a little windscreen, but the windscreen has like a little crack in it. And so the ladybugs were like shimming their way into my house. I would have like 10 to 15 ladybugs on my ceiling, and I'd have to like scoop them into a pan and then throw them outside. New severe thunderstorm warning. Who dis? Up here in Granville. That's going to be for 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be moving off to the north and east. Send me the ladybugs. I need them to eat all the green flies on your roses. Yeah. Next year, let me know. Remind me of that, and I'll send them your way. A little bit of an update down here. These 80-mile-per-hour winds are likely moving into Welch right now, and then eventually it's going to be moving towards O'Donnell. Areas like O'Donnell and Gal need to be watching out. God, this song is so intense. I don't know why it's on my playlist, to be honest. Land spouts possible south of Mineola, Kansas. Let's see where that is. Interesting. Oh yeah, look at that. Right along this boundary here, south of Mineola. Got a couple of spinny things there, so some land spouts could be possible for sure. Good call, good call. $70-mile-per-hour wind gusts are also being warned now on the northern side of this storm that just came out of Nebraska. It's heading towards Malvern. Probably the worst of that is going to come very close, if not over Hastings and Emerson, Iowa as well. Wow, look at Vince's view. He's pulling up on a storm here. Oh, he's chasing that storm with the 70-mile-per-hour winds on it. Look at that. Near Red Oak. Yeah, there is a little bit of a convergence there, but not too worried about a tornado on that storm just yet.
Mesoscale discussion.
I'm doing well. I'm hanging in there.
The nearest lightning strike is currently 2 miles to our northwest, and this is all live. And our weather activity index is 186 right now.
Holy moly! Is that high?
due to 10 severe thunderstorm warnings total across Iowa, Texas, and Nebraska.
Indeed, indeed. New severe thunderstorm warning in Texas. That's going to be back over here near Matador, Texas. That's going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds. So watch out over there in Texas. Check back in on this big hailstorm back over here near Anthon. Looks like that is still continuing off to the north and east. Looks like Anthon's going to get a direct hit from this hail core. And then after that, Cushing is going to come very close here in Iowa. In Minnesota are severe. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. It probably start to see some severe thunderstorm warnings here in Minnesota in a little bit. Not quite there yet, but pretty close. They're near Blue Earth and Wells. He's going to be traveling kind of northeast towards Wells, and eventually he's going to be heading over there towards Blooming Prairie and Hayfield. All right, let's see if Pagey is about to hit that hail or not. I think they're pretty darn close to the hail core. Battle Creek, Iowa. Let's see what the storm is all about.
Jeez, quite a bit of lightning.
Mail order ladybugs. Ladybugs. I will. I got you.
We'll see how this merge interacts.
I will have tons to spare next time they decide to assemble on my front porch. I still don't understand why there was literally like 100 ladybugs on my front porch.
It is. It's giving a hybrid vibe to it right now, just looking at it visually.
Yeah.
Most likely time frame, probably a little bit later today. I mean, we couldn't even rule out with this storm south and east of Omaha for a tornado. I mean, like a little brief spin up. But as of right now, it's mainly a hail and damaging wind threat. But I would say later on this evening.
North a little east. Yeah.
Oh, I hear some plinks. God, I'm so small.
Quite a bit of hail just north of here.
Yeah. It's severe north that city, so I'm in the north.
You gonna play Pinko? Heck no. Gambling's bad.
Was that Edgar? That was.
Yeah.
You know, this is giving me kind of hybrid vibes. Like we might see a land spout or something like that here in a little bit. I don't know.
Land spout.
Hail north of us. We're gonna go see what that's about.
The price is right. Is it really? I didn't know the Plinko was on the Price is Right. We did get a new severe thunderstorm warning for this storm over here near Pocahontas, and we could see another one to its left or to its west. They're near Newell, but Fonda, Pomeroy, Palmer, and Pocahontas need to be indoors and away from windows. Half-inch hail, dollar-sized hail, half-dollar-sized hail. Sorry, is going to be going towards Pomeroy, Fonda, and Palmer here in Iowa in a little bit. And we also just got a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm that help called out near Delavan, Easton, and Minnesota Lake and Mapleton. I'm wondering about these other ones. They're not quite there yet, but that one over there near Blue Earth is certainly severe. It's for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's their most popular game. They did turn it into like a... I honestly don't watch The Price is Right. I think my mom was on it once, actually, when she was younger. I forget if it was The Price is Right or another show. She was on one of those shows. Yeah, Plinko is now like a gambling addiction for a lot of people on these new sites. Yeah, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning over here near Newell and Albert City. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds heading up there. Let's come back over here with the 70-mile-per-hour windstorm. Yeah, still pushing down to the south and east towards the Essex and Shenandoah area with that now half-dollar-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind threat. Checking back over with this storm, it's now moving off out of Anthem and now heading towards Olstein, still with some 2-inch sized hail on there. That could be up to Hennig sized. Definitely could do a little bit of damage. This is Vince's view, and this is Paige's and Bryce's view. They should be getting pretty close to that hail. Oh, my mom won a trampoline, according to my dad.
Jim, thank you
on The Price is Right.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, my toes are like frozen.
We went from 94 to 66. Holy.
Rosto, thank you for the super chat.
We appreciate that. Thank you. About to get this hail.
Oh, there's the hail. Yeah, there's a 5% tornado chance, Kenna Rose. Oh boy. By the way, Forest City, Garner, and Britt, Iowa are now under a considerable threat for some golf ball sized hail there in Iowa, so watch out. Ooh. That volume might be how's the volume? Is it a little bit too loud? Wait for it. And we're back. Hasn't broke their windshield yet, so. It's relaxing.
This is Iowa.
Y'all want a hailstorm and chill with me tonight?
Thank you, Terry.
We turn on
for
some
the
nice,
tip.
relaxing hailstone music.
you.
Rose, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
What is my favorite Celsius? I don't think I've ever drank Celsius. Yeah, that latest severe thunderstorm warning over here in Iowa is for some golf ball size hail again. That's going towards the Forest City area. We got our first kind of southeast mover. These southeast movers are going to be the ones that we watch for a tornado threat. This one might be a little bit too far to the north, though. Our dew points, 60-degree dew points, are really hanging out like right up in this area here. Storm is still warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds, and they have extended that out to the east towards Essex and Villisca. You can see that wind, that big push of wind here, about to head into Essex. So again, that power outage threat is going to be there as that continues. Also got some storms trying to fire out over here. Is this down? Okay, that radar's down. Over here near Shickley and Bruning. These ones are going to be moving off to the north and east towards Wilbur. Potentially make a close approach. Hopefully just go to the south of Lincoln, Nebraska. And we've got yet another dry thunderstorm back over here. Warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds in the Oklahoma area, just to the west of Oklahoma City. This is near Weatherford, Oklahoma. 70-mile-per-hour winds that's moving off to the east. And we had a 64-mile-per-hour wind report an hour ago in this area. Check back in on this PDS severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, still 80-mile-per-hour winds possible potentially in this warning. They haven't extended it off to the east just yet, though. I see what that hail's like. Oh, you meant in temperature? Got some tree leaves down due to the hail out over here near Anthon, Iowa. She got $1 on the dollar wheel. That's unfortunate. Sheesh. Well, there's the hail. It's so sporadic. Sheesh. Storm is over here near Anthon. This is the hail that's heading towards the Ida Grove area in Holstein, Iowa.
Just don't go down the B road. That's all you gotta do.
Yep, pretty much.
Like this road right in front of us is a road. It's a wagon path.
Oh no.
You don't go down the wagon path. Unless it's an absolute last resort.
Yeah. So watch out out over here near Ida Grove. Some pretty decent hail in there. Let's see, we get another storm now moving off to the north and east towards Palmer, Iowa, with some golf ball sized hail inside of it as well. That's our latest severe thunderstorm warning. How does a storm form without any rain? Well, these storms back over here are happening because of something called evaporative cooling, which essentially as air evaporated, it cools really quickly. And that cool air is very dense, and so that sinks down to the surface and kind of hits the ground pretty hard, kind of forming like a little dry microburst in a way, in a sense. And those can cause some very strong winds. Like you can see here, up to 80-mile-per-hour winds are possible with these kind of dry thunderstorms. So basically, you're getting a lot of evaporation due to the high heat in this area. Vince's view looks pretty cool, but I don't know what Stormy's looking at, to be honest. I guess he's just looking at those storms that are heading into Clarinda. Leaving Garner, Iowa, and the side of town near Forest City is dark, and the other is sunny. Live on the dark side. Ooh, the dark side of the moon. I got you. I got you. So we got a severe thunderstorm warning now back over here near Bruning. That's going to be for $50 sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. If you want to be indoors and away from windows as that comes towards you guys there. The storm, yeah, that's out in front of the storm, so that's contamination there. Still got some pretty strong winds surging down to the south and east towards the Hepburn area, with 70-mile-per-hour winds still possible with that storm. I think it'll be okay. Help. Just hang in there. Latest severe thunderstorm warning is back over here for this. They're just kind of giving an update on the hail size, which is still $50 size hail. They're predicting that Nebraska might see a tornado outbreak. I don't think it's today. No, it's not today. That is true. So Nebraska, I would say probably one of your biggest chances for tornadoes is they're going to be on Sunday. It's probably going to be Sunday. But be pretty messy mode, and then Monday you'll also have a chance for a tornado. Actually, yeah, it'll probably be Monday. Well, Sunday looks pretty decent. Definitely could see some tornadoes on Sunday. Maybe I would say Monday is more conditional. Yeah, Sunday's probably the biggest day for Nebraska. That wind shear up there. A little bit of capping issues, but a lot of lower level wind shear with these storms. A lot of lower level wind shear. If any of these storms can break through that cap, it will be a strong tornado potential. So do gotta watch on Sunday out over there. And we're getting a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings out here. Let's go over the latest. They downgraded this one over here near Welch and Pride for 60-mile-per-hour winds. So that's good. No longer 80-mile-per-hour winds. And then another one back over here, a little update on this storm that is heading down towards Garner, Iowa. That storm has now 2-inch hail. So this is now a considerable or a significant severe weather threat with that 2-inch hail. That is hen egg sized hail, and that can cause a decent amount of damage, including cracked windows and a lot of car damage, and is dangerous to be hit by. So if you got animals outside, make sure you are getting them indoors and away from windows. No, definitely not Tuesday. Monday could be pretty dicey there, but kind of, or at least for now, it kind of looks like a crashing cold front. I would say like the highest chance for like warm sector storms, if storms can fire in the first place, is probably going to be on a Sunday. Yeah, it's very advanced nowadays. Yeah, it is. It's very, very advanced. All right, latest scan over here. Looks like we're talking about a $50 sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds as this storm has been downgraded quite a bit. So that's good news. No longer a significant hailstorm anymore, but I would say still worth being taking shelter from that storm. think Storm Intermediate might be going live eventually. They are live. They're near Pocahontas. Where is that? Near Fort Dodge and Pocahontas. Oh, so they're near this storm. So we'll bring Storm Intermediate up too. And they're in Palmer, Iowa right now. Center storm, what state is that in? I'm assuming Iowa, but thank you, Mindy, for subscribing. There's a Pocahontas also in Iowa as well. This is what that storm looks like right now.
Or in the 90s, so dry line, right? And but your dew points behind here are in the 40s.
No, dry line.
It's gotta be. I would think so.
Anytime you get that, anytime your temperatures get hotter.
And then there's your outflow from the Omaha cells. That could be a player tomorrow if it doesn't, if it sits. Yeah.
That tiny little outflow is not probably lasting, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what that storm near Pocahontas looks like right now. These are these storms here near Mason, Pomeroy, one of which is warned for golf ball sized hail. We're definitely getting a little severe weather outbreak happening here in Iowa. That hail threat for sure. $50 sized hail being warned near Sutherland here in northern Iowa now. That's going to be moving towards Sutherland here probably within the next 30 minutes. There's also a Pocahontas, Arkansas. Interesting. Yeah, I guess there's Pocahontases everywhere. We also got a new severe thunderstorm warning on this storm back over here near Tobias, Nebraska. That's going to be for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Nothing too crazy, but worth being indoors and away from windows. Yeah, there's a lot of instability aloft. Not a whole lot near the surface, but a lot aloft. Yeah, still seeing some stronger winds move down to the south and east here in Texas. We don't have any more 60 or 70-mile-per-hour wind warnings on those. But this one over here near Weatherford still has 70-mile-per-hour wind warning associated with it as well here in Oklahoma. Crosbyton, Texas. Let me see where that is. Oh, yeah, look at that. Maybe a little bit of a land spout threat with that. The heck? Would not be surprised if a land spout forms here. That's pretty nuts. Yeah, some stronger winds pushing down to the south and east towards Spur. No new warnings yet. Kind of just everything that we have been already tracking. Another new severe thunderstorm warning there in Texas. So it looks like they're getting ahead of a lot of these guys here. Got a warning over here north of Snyder with some 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That was just issued not too long ago. And then back over here near Matador, still some 60-mile-per-hour winds moving off to the east. That'll eventually make it into Paducah. A little weird storm on Storm Intermediate's feed. Yeah, that little, I guess it's a mesocyclone.
Never heard that terminology.
Baseball, you throw a splitter.
What? Splitter. Never heard of. I haven't played much baseball, so.
That's the one that dives.
We already got new bugs on the windshield since we cleaned it an hour ago.
Thank you, Callum and Diana, for subscribing. Welcome in.
inflow tail could have shrunk.
I think it did.
I think it did. Maybe our angle changed too, but it could have also shrunk. Hopefully we don't get too much hail right now.
Hey, Teresa, good to see ya. I think we'll avoid most of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's the latest there. Just kind of an interesting looking storm there. DoorDash. You can afford DoorDash? Oh my gosh, you're fancy. You are fancy, huh? Yeah, still some strong winds here. Now about to come into Stanton. After that's going to be Villisca back in Iowa with some 70-mile-per-hour winds, $half sized inch hail. Our size hail. And back over here near Manson, Iowa. Still some golf ball sized hail. And then heading towards Pocahontas, some golf ball sized hail there as well. Storm over here near Forest City continues to be our biggest hailer right now, pushing down to the south and east still. Going to be making a very close approach to Garner. It's either going to go just north of Garner or potentially surge into Garner. So make sure that you garner some respect for that storm and be indoors and away from windows. Your mom used to live in Villisca. What is it like there? Oh, it's the home of the axe murderer. Nice. If that's the only thing your town is known for, then that's usually not good news. The odd like a billboard of that. Villisca, the home of the axe murderer. Small town, the pharmacy was named Stoner Drug. All right. Hey, they extended this 70-mile-per-hour wind warning off to the east towards Corning now in Iowa. That's going to be making a close approach to the Creston area as well. Can't even afford to look at DoorDash? Dude, I can't even afford to pay attention. All right, little update on this storm. They've downgraded it to 1-inch hail as well with the 70-mile-per-hour wind. So there's still some hail in this, just not as big as it was before. Going to be a loud storm nonetheless. There's a view from Tornado AG and Bryce. Not quite sure what they're looking at. Let me see if this is a me problem or a them problem. Might be a me problem. Let's see if we can get this resolution maybe a little bit better. Just a tad bit better. Yo! Good timing. Big old thunder.
Do that as this piece comes into the back.
I saw that.
You love plants?
Sorry, it's starting to pour down
Nice.
rain.
Storm in southern Iowa gonna hit Lenox. Let me see. Lenox, Iowa. You are in a severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, it's either gonna go just north of you or right into you. So I would certainly be weather aware for that storm. We're continuing to get severe thunderstorm warning after severe thunderstorm warning. We are now up to 22 severe thunderstorm warnings today. This newest one is in Nebraska, heading up towards Ohio, Milligan. That's going to be for $half sized hail. In Nebraska. Back over here in Texas, they are continuing to extend these warnings off to the east, just south of Post, Texas. Checking Carlisle, it's southeast of Des Moines. Yes, you're right here. So far, no storms with a direct line to you. This one's going to come close, though. So I would keep your eye on this guy. Just watching weather in other states. We'll welcome in. Oh, let me post my video in chat, just in case you guys want the latest information on that. Or at least my latest thoughts. There we go. Then I'll pin that. Can check for Iowa City. Yeah, Iowa City's over here. It's gonna be a little while. This whole line of storm should eventually form into kind of a wind bag later on today. I think that's gonna be your main threat. Let me see when that could materialize here. We'll go use the HRRR for today. It's a little bit more accurate when it comes to convection. Iowa City sometime at around 1 a.m. So maybe some damaging winds possible there for sure. So it'd certainly be weather aware. Thank you, Gloria, for subscribing. Welcome in. It's true. Another one's coming towards Garner, Iowa. The merge with this one. It might. It's possible. But it probably won't merge until it's past Garner. But I'd be more worried about this storm up to your north, as that one is warned for some 2-inch sized hail, which is hen egg sized hail. So it's certainly worth being indoors and away from windows. Although that hail might go just north of you, but it's a close call. So I certainly wouldn't be outdoors. Hey, Chiazzy, what's up, mother? What are the thoughts on St. Louis on this upcoming stretch? St. Louis's threat is pretty far away on our models. Let me see if the latest Rufus model, which again, it overconvects. It's really not a great model in terms of trying to figure out where storms could be. But it generally can give you like the worst case scenario. So like for St. Louis, potentially maybe on Saturday by 2 p.m. could maybe get a hailstorm with some damaging winds. And then yeah, we're not in range for Tuesday yet for your area. That's pretty much the only thing that's on the future radar. Wow, look at this view from Storm Hunter Media. Those colors are insane.
Starting to grow it. You can see it.
Yeah. Just to the north, I don't think there was much.
They had to wait till the last frost.
I think we're past.
Yeah, Rochester could get some thunderstorms. You got some thunderstorms around you right now.
North Texas the other week,
And some of those may be severe, but as of right now, the storm that's nearby you guys isn't severe, but has a decent amount of lightning and probably some heavy rain coming to like southern Rochester.
Towards Iowa's corn, they're little sprouts right now.
In a few months, we're gonna have trouble seeing over them, so.
Okay, Matthew. Well, I hope the best for you then.
100%. So,
Well, I think we might just sit up here somewhere and just kind of.
yeah.
I don't see anywhere to go right now.
There's a road right up here.
Yeah, no, I think we just gotta wait. I think we just gotta be patient and wait and see what
Maybe.
happens. See if they do anything.
That storm near Mason City, though, might just be an elevated threat. Let me see if those dew points are making it up there that far to the north. Not really. I mean, that storm near Mason City, you can really tell. The dew points are not really favorable for tornadic activity. I think if we do get a tornado, it might come from like if one of these storms eventually surges to like the south and east. We'll see though. It's not impossible to get like a little brief NATO with low dew points, but it's usually pretty rare. I don't know. What is that on Paige's stream? Is that just like a lens issue? The thing on the left looks super suspicious, but I think that's just like the video quality problem. By the time our El Nino gets stronger, it's not going to be during tornado season anymore, but it'll definitely have an effect on hurricane season. That is for sure. That'll make hurricane season a lot less angry. All right, latest scan, our latest severe thunderstorm warning. This has now been still kept at 70-mile-per-hour winds, and you can see on our latest scan from our radar, still some pretty strong winds coming into the Villisca area. These are coming directly towards Corning and Lenox. You guys do need to be indoors and away from windows. Those winds could definitely cause some power outages. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning down in Tejas. It's this one, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible heading into Paducah, Texas. And then another new severe thunderstorm warning. A little update on this storm. They're still saying it has 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's coming very close to Forest City now. In Wisconsin, potentially a hail core, says help. Oh yeah, over there near Ettrick, Wisconsin. Yeah, maybe some small hail developing over there for sure. I agree with you on that. What is this warned for? It is warned for some hail. So yeah, definitely worth being indoors and away from windows. Let's check on these storms to see how close they are to becoming severe here. This one over here near Alberta Lee might get eventually warned. This one over here near Minnesota Lake is still showing some 1-inch hail. Wouldn't be surprised if they extended it. Oh, all right. Pemberton, Janesville, Waseca, and Wilton all need to be indoors and away from windows. We got 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds heading your way. Makes sense. New severe thunderstorm warning over here near western Nebraska. That's going to be for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. I think this is the storm that Vince Welty is heading towards, so we should be able to get eyes on this storm in Nebraska in a little bit as he makes his way over there. Should. Immaculate timing. It was good timing on that one. Happens every now and then. It's usually help that has all the immaculate timing. A little update. They're still warning this for 60-mile-per-hour winds there near Slayton, Texas. It's going to Lincoln. It's going to be a close approach. Kind of seemed like it might just go there. Let me just look at the latest scans. Unfortunately, these storms are in a radar hole because the closest radar is out. Yeah, we'll see. They're kind of going like to the northeast a little bit, so could make a close approach to like southern Lincoln. We'll see. Another new warning back over here south of Post, Texas for 60-mile-per-hour winds as that makes its way into Gale and eventually close to Snyder, Texas. Yeah, still 22 severe thunderstorm warnings. Is that right? Yep, 22. When would the severe threat be done for Omaha tonight? It might be already done. Let me just check our latest models. I think these storms... let's see. Yeah. Might still have some storms possible by 12 a.m. tonight over there in Omaha. They might not be severe. We'll see. We're just getting severe thunderstorm warning after severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, they just extended this 70-mile-per-hour wind severe thunderstorm warning for Calumet. It's going to be moving towards El Reno and eventually into the Oklahoma City area. So make sure you guys are weather aware. It's going to be a weird thunderstorm. It's not going to be the kind you guys typically see. But the winds on it are going to be strong enough to potentially cause some power outages. So definitely start to be weather aware out here near Oklahoma City. Given the fact that these storms can, you know, lift and loft the debris into the air, definitely would be worth not being outside as that comes through. Would the severe threat be done for Omaha tonight? It's close. It just depends on if these storms kind of backfill here. We do have a boundary out here that might eventually convex some storms, so we'll see. What you want, Chaz? Why are you acting so hungry? Another new severe thunderstorm warning in Texas again. Over there near Childress and Paducah, they've extended it off to the east for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah, no problem, Cloud Surfer. Glad I can be of assistance. The Furball Farm Cat Sanctuary is in Faribault, Minnesota. Where is Faribault? And it looks like you guys have dodged a bullet so far today. All right, our new severe thunderstorm warning is back over here near Holstein and Ida Grove. That's going to be for golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be heading towards Holstein and Ida Grove. So they did re-upgrade that storm. They did downgrade it, but now it's back to being upgraded to a dangerous hailstorm. Faribault. Gotcha. We just found another resident of Correctionville. Man, this storm is still looking really cool. Doesn't look overly dangerous, but it looks so cool.
Yeah, I feel like it's.
Let's have some golf ball sized hail though.
Jacked up, so I'll be fine.
Maybe his gut feeling. We all jacked up too.
My gut feeling's just, yeah, all messy now. Yeah, I can't. Why can't I get surface here? This is so odd. I have AT&T.
Yeah, that is weird. Do you have? What do you?
Yeah, see, look, the top at Pomeroy just went to 51.
Okay.
As of, well, actually, this is 6 minutes ago. So.
Well, we can at least see the base.
We're right here,
We got
so
it,
we might
yeah.
as well sit here and look at it.
I mean, I don't know if it.
My only problem is it's kind of behind all the convection that just went through, so I don't know how much juice it has.
I mean, you could see it's just slowly, just kind of losing its breath.
That's kind of how I feel. I don't see much inflow, or, you know.
I mean, we could. I mean, if we don't really have much faith in the west ones, we can stay on these and just kind of just punch in, punch out. Do a little punch in, punch out, punch in, punch out. Even though those are on our way back, so.
Man, that initial one looks.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Like I thought it was starting to turn right, and then the split.
Yeah. So weird.
Gut issues equals butt issues. Yes, Derek, you're right.
That would be true.
Can you play me like a longer radar loop, more than 7 frames? Yeah, there we go.
I'm What if? What, I mean, too bad this isn't getting
Alright,
enough
sorry.
traffic. Because what if this?
Thank you for being patient
Yeah,
as I
could be.
used the restroom, the toilet.
I mean, there's your.
I mean,
For those
that's
wondering,
nothing
yes, I
special,
washed
just
my
for you.
hands. I washed my hands. All right, latest severe thunderstorm warning just issued is back over here in Nebraska near Iowa, near Milligan, moving up towards Milligan. Another new severe thunderstorm warning back over here near Waterman. This one is warned for wind and hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be moving just to the north of Peterson. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter picked a pack of pickled peppers. Put the pack of pickled peppers in a something, I don't know. Got another severe thunderstorm warning out over here in Texas. A dust storm warning also issued again over there near Gale, south of Post. Got a storm coming into Mason City here eventually. Again, this storm is still warned for 2-inch hail as that pushes down in and towards Clear Lake. So continue to be indoors and away from windows. Again, this is definitely big enough hail to cause some damage for sure. We've got a new update on this severe thunderstorm warning. Moved off to the north and east a little bit and towards Gilmore City and Rolfe. That's going to be for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds as well. Check back in on this storm near Clorinda. Man, look at this wind gust that's coming towards Corning. Definitely some strong winds coming towards Corning, Iowa. Don't handle peppers before going to the restroom? Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't think that would feel too good. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. They did extend this one off to the north and east. I think we already talked about this. Looks like the storm is doing more of an easterly trajectory, though. So Waseca and Wilton actually might miss out on this storm as it's really going more towards New Richland. So if they do issue a new severe thunderstorm warning, it'll probably be something like this. Did that with that habanero once as a kid. Nice. I have jalapenos in my cupboard. How does one even mess up peppers before the restroom? Well, I don't know. That is a unique situation that I've never heard of anybody having to deal with, but it is a good warning to have. It's a good thing to know, I guess. Look at this. We had a 74-mile-per-hour wind report. Oh, no, we already talked about that. Lots of hail reports up here. Our biggest hail report so far today has been golf ball sized hail. And I think we did have a 2-inch hail report with this storm, but for some reason it's not on the map. You got pepper sprayed today for park ranger training. It wasn't bad for me because I like spicy stuff, but other people were literally dying. Pepper sprayed? Yeah. I mean, I've heard, I've never experienced pepper spray before, but I've heard it's not a pleasant experience. It's literally just pepper, like concentrated capsaicin in the eyes. Canned espresso? Mm-mm. what our environment's looking like right now. I think this tornado threat might be struggling a tad. Oh. Yikes. Yeah, our environment's getting quite capped out right now. Which is probably going to put a lid on our tornado threat. Unless we get some weird storm interactions. That still could technically be possible. Near Carbon, Iowa. Where's Carbon, Iowa? I gotta find it now. Carbon, Iowa. Oh. Yes, there's a little bookend. A little bit of a, wouldn't call it a bookend vortex. It seems to be on the leading edge of the line, but definitely a vortex there nonetheless. Let's see what the storm relative looks like. Yeah, a little bit of rotation there. I agree with you. There is some rotation trying to develop there. It's on the weaker side. But I would say this is probably going to be mainly a damaging wind threat, but this is one of those storms where you got to be like, hey, you know, there could maybe be a brief tornado with it. So would technically be keeping an eye out for that small potential, just in case. Got hit with riot mace, and that had your entire face, ears, and nose on fire. Jeez. What do y'all be doing that you're getting hit in the face with the riot mace? And how is that different from pepper spray? All spring so far? I would say it's pretty odd. It's been feeling so dry here in Alabama. Filmer, Nebraska's got a new warning. Assuming that's an update on one of these storms. Then we got another severe thunderstorm warning over here near Belmont and Latimer, Sheffield, and Hampton. That's going to be for 1.25 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Some of us just have to learn the hard way. I mean, as long as you're getting riot sprayed in the face for the right reason. Let me check. It's possible. Oh, yeah. Wow. Look at this dust storm. There's a dry thunderstorms put out quite the outflow here. Look at all that. All that right there is probably... Is that also wildfire smoke? That could also be wildfire smoke. Looks more like smoke than dust, if I'm being honest. We just got this severe thunderstorm warning extended off to the east over here near Lakeview for 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. And looks like almost all of our hailstorms, except for that one and that one, are down to 1 inch of hail. Seems like the hail threat might be subsiding a tad, but I wouldn't still rule out some of these storms interacting, merging, and then trying to produce some more bigger hail again. Oh yeah, Watch Duty is a really good app. We've used it before. One of my thoughts, the storm that formed near Lincoln, Nebraska, we're watching it. It looks like they're going more east as of our latest scans. 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. You might get missed. This one right here near Milford could eventually become severe, but it's the environment is getting less and less favorable for, you know, initiation to get to maturity. So I would keep your eye on it just in case. We have been seeing some 1 inch hail storms around this area with storms that have fired in this environment. So I'd say it's worth keeping an eye on. Just curiosity, you want to ride your motorcycle? Ooh. You can ride it for 20 minutes. But if you do anything more than that, you are grounded. And you get no dessert. Can confirm those are several fires, one big one going up in the plains. Oh, wow. So yeah, this is right here. So we're getting confirmation that these are fires near Meade, Kansas. It looks like they're producing a decent amount of smoke. It's weird. It's almost like the smoke is rotating. Look at that. It's like got this like kind of spirally motion. The smoke cane. Another new severe thunderstorm warning here. Get your severe thunderstorm warning, yeah. That's over there near Royal for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and Marathon as well. Make sure you guys are indoors and away from windows. Looks like Vincicle, the Welty man, is pulling up to those storms in Nebraska. He is just south of Lincoln,
Well,
Nebraska.
They're happy with this. Your Outback is 60. Shit, my Durango used to be 60. That's, god dang. Everybody's hurting with this. This is not a good way to go on. We can't go on like this.
Hurting with what? Are they talking about gas prices? Don't worry,
That's pretty,
Vince.
though. You got
I
two
got you.
updrafts.
Okay,
The one on
Chad.
the right is the northernmost one, so we're south.
Vincicle, I got you one piece of lettuce. Don't you worry. Help is on the way. Chaz is eating better than me. I've been looking at his dog food a little bit like, dang. Might have to start you know, maybe just take one nibble.
It's really not terribly dry out here. I mean,
Kinda
it is,
close.
but it's not that bad. Not like it was when we were in Kansas yesterday.
I'm joking. Although kind of not. Well, at the beginning of the stream, I had $25 in my account. Now I have $90 in my account.
We picked some good storms here, though.
So we're looking up.
Nice and visible.
Yeah,
Little
that
bit of
storm
haze
on the
over
right
there, but
side
not
looks like it's
terrible.
dying. Very scary to look at. Oh, wow. Let me see if I can pull that up. There's a bunch of fires over there. Now the fire perimeter's turned on. Why aren't they showing up? And that was 33,000 acres. Wow. The Meade Lake fire. 33,000 acres. Now that's a big fire. You're in bigger fire territory there. Hey, thank you, E-Rev, for the one biscuit. There you go. Our newest severe thunderstorm warning is back over here near Buena Vista County, and that's going to be expiring in 4 minutes. Actually, so they're actually letting that one expire. And then our newest one is this one. They're just giving an update. They have upgraded this to now golf ball sized hail, heading towards Marathon, Iowa. So watch out. That's going to be enough to cause some maybe minor damage. It's so dry here in Kansas. Dude, it's dry everywhere. Chapstick index is off the charts for a lot of states, especially like over there in Arkansas. They will do anything for some water. Same over there in Florida and Georgia. Back over here in Colorado. Nebraska also has a bunch of drought. Yeah, it's just drought city out here. There's literally, it's almost like 70% of the United States is covered in some sort of drought. Surely we'll be fine though. Like what's the worst that can happen to that? No food. It's okay. We're already preparing for photosynthesis here. Don't worry, guys. If things get bad, we'll just all group together as our little weather community and form hunting parties. All right, latest scan here. Still monitoring this little area of rotation. It's still not very strong, but check on the storm relative. It's getting close. Some broad circulation there. Still worth keeping an eye on for Prescott and Creston there in Iowa. Strong winds up to 70-mile-per-hour winds still possible inside of that storm right now. Photosynthesizing parties. There you go. That for fire. Nebraska already burned down in 2 months ago. Well, Nebraska didn't burn down, but yeah, I'm sure there was plenty of fires. Now you can see there's some smoke out there. Nothing too crazy, but I'm sure there's been even some more fires started today with some of these drier thunderstorms. Still got this storm warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds, still moving off to the east towards Calumet. There in Oklahoma is going to be making its way into El Reno. And I know what you guys are thinking. There's no way that's producing 70 miles per hour. Winds, you're a liar and a thief. But you're wrong. I'm not a liar. But over there near Calumet, 70-mile-per-hour winds are coming your way. And it's a dry thunderstorm. So basically, it's really hot. Evaporation is happening pretty quickly. Yeah, that cools down the air quite a bit. That drops down because it's super dense. Hits the ground, kind of like a microburst. And then, whew, imagine it like dropping a water balloon on the ground. And you're an ant. That's what's happening. What platform are you using, brother? I don't know. Look around. I'm talking about like where am I streaming on? We're in YouTube. Photosynthesis. Yeah. I don't know why. Every time I try photosynthesis, I turn red. I thought you're supposed to turn green. Little interesting little area of convergence here south of Kanawha. Not really sure what's up with that. Seems like contamination to me. What's good? Hello. Hello. I am sorry, Devonte. I think anybody that's more disappointed in Weather Circle not being up right now, it's probably you. By the way, all the severe thunderstorm warnings in Minnesota have been allowed to expire, but we are still expecting some thunderstorms for the Rochester area and some bouts of rain. Thank you, Kato, for becoming a subscriber. Welcome in. Our strongest storm in Iowa right now is a mixture between either this storm heading towards Creston with 70-mile-per-hour winds or this one that has some golf balls, or no, some $50 sized hail. Actually, it's more likely these heading towards Marathon with that golf ball sized hail threat. Another severe thunderstorm warning in Oklahoma. What are they saying? Yeah, they're still warning this for 70-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. Potentially over there just to the north and west of Calumet. Think you should use Attic Radar? It's a website? Probably not. The Weatherize right now is the undoubtable champion of the radar world right now. These storms are really starting to cluster together over here. I think eventually we're going to see some sort of wind surge out of these. Whether or not that'll really be able to do much is the question, other than hail. What time do you think the Creston storm will hit Ottumwa? Where is Ottumwa? Ottumwa, Iowa. Man, it's gonna be a little bit. It probably won't be until like late night, sometime around like 10, 11, somewhere around there. Another severe thunderstorm warning over here near Bruning, Nebraska. That's going to be near Alexandria with some $half size hail now and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Looks like that storm to the west of Lincoln is fizzling a little bit, but we're still keeping an eye on it. I'm sure I'll like it. But it's just, you know, when it comes to a channel like mine where we have to be at the very leading edge of every single storm in terms of the timing, you know, weather-wise, you just can't beat it in terms of how fast and how consistent its radar updates are. Yeah, wind and hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds heading towards Quinaw right now. That's for Texas and Oklahoma. Still at around 18 severe thunderstorm warnings. Thank you, Jan, for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. We're on that Kiowa storm, one that's getting stronger. Thanks for letting me know. What's it like? And thank you so much for that $10 donation. Everybody put birthday cakes in the chat for Jan. Get an observed 70-mile-per-hour wind report out of this storm now, heading towards Creston. So this storm is still strong. Some potential significant winds coming into Cromwell. Still some broad circulation to the north. Not very tornadic yet, but certainly worth being indoors and well away from your windows on that storm. Sunday and Monday will be really busy and bad. Yeah, it's probably going to be our most busy days out of the week, for sure. Another severe thunderstorm warning over here near Jayton, Texas. That's going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds. They've extended that off towards 380 and 208 there. These little line of thunderstorms now developing, moving into the Quinaw area and eventually into Seymour, Snyder, and then eventually into Haskell, Texas later on tonight. Then we're still watching this storm just to the west of Oklahoma City. That's some potential there for some 70-mile-per-hour winds. That's a lot of severe storms. Yeah, it's a pretty active day, not gonna lie. Wow, look at this view out from Storm Intermedia. Got a little bit of a sunset happening.
Dying, and then they're building, then they're dying.
I wonder if the ones by Storm Lake are gonna probably get undercut and die soon. Yeah, nice CGs in front of us. Well, yeah, I would probably just go west and see what that one, especially on the backside, has, what it looks like and what it has in it. Because I don't think the ones to the north are going to look like anything. So maybe the one by Ida Grove, coming back into Ida Grove, might look like something.
That thing's throwing out CGs right over there.
Yeah, this is what's crazy is this dying storm still has way more lightning than our storms ever did up there. That's crazy. Our storms had hardly any lightning up there.
Yeah.
So storm still has like 10 CGs. I can see it on the radar.
I do wonder about that backside one, Garrett, that you're showing.
Oh yeah, the one back here.
Might be the most photogenic one. Yeah, another seat. Why is it like
it's funny
dying
that
steps, just throwing them out?
It's funny that the one that's the stuff up here went like this.
It went down again now? Did it already go down? Oh yeah, the one to the south did.
Yeah, it's a nice little sunset there. Everybody's got a nice sunset. Here's another sunset view from Vince Welty. Vince the Sunset Welty, creator of Project Weather Eye, where he launches soundings into the air, which is really cool. Just the start of things this week, absolutely. Just the beginning, a little bit of a taste of what some of these days could be like if storms initiate and mature.
There we go.
Oh my. We just got a PDS severe thunderstorm warning in Iowa. That's back out over here near Hampton, Sheffield, with some baseball-sized hail. Live over there near Bellamond, Latimer, and Hampton. It's time to get indoors and well away from those windows. This is a very dangerous supercell with some baseball-sized hail. That's definitely big enough hail to put holes through your windows and into your vinyl siding of your house if you have that. Definitely going to cause some roof damage as well. So dangerous storm moving down to the south and east towards Sheffield, Thornton. Let me get a storm track for you guys on this one, as it's a pretty dangerous looking storm here. Going to be in Sheffield in 1.1 hours. I don't think that's correct. Let's see how fast this is moving. It is moving down to the south and east. Oh, that's 20 miles an hour. Okay, yeah. In about an hour. Let me do like from here to Sheffield, about 20 miles. Yeah, in about in either an hour or just under an hour. We might get an upgrade as well with this storm near Clear Lake, as to near Mason City and Rockwell. These storms are definitely really getting their act together. Looks like these mergers are enhancing the hail threat out here. We've got multiple little mergers, and this one back over here near Belmont is starting to push south a little bit into better dew points as well. Northern storm looks more impressive. It does. I would not be surprised if they put a PDS severe thunderstorm warning on that one near Clear Lake as well. Getting a little bit more interesting out there. Another severe thunderstorm warning out over in Texas. That's going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds just north of Gale, Texas. That one's going to be heading into Snyder probably within an hour or two. Wow. Storm Winter Media has still got that nice looking sunset. Look at that.
Yeah,
just poking out inside of the clouds there. That's pretty cool.
Clear Lake, Mason City, there's a pretty serious
Core up there.
core up there.
Is that going over the interstate?
It's going to, yes. It's basically there, yeah. It was like 80 dBz up there.
Yeah, that's not good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a beautiful sunset. Let me see where all of our chasers are heading to. We got Pagey Tornado. They're back near the storm. A little bit further off to the west, it seems. They're still near Arthur. Near Mapleton. Our storms are trying to intensify a little bit. It's weird, on their radar, it looks like way more intense than on my radar. So I think their radar is a tad bit behind. But I guess that's what happens when you use... Never mind. Will I send you over to Stormfront Freaks? Probably not, no. When this stream is over, it'll probably just be over. Let's see. Come back over here. Yeah, still some pretty decent winds heading into the Creston area. think they've kind of settled down a little bit, but I still wouldn't rule out some 70 mile per hour, isolated 70 mile per hour wind gusts in this storm as it still approaches the Osceola area. By Dermont, that's kind of by Hampton. Let's see where Dermont is. Dermont, Iowa. Oh yeah. Yeah. I would definitely be weather aware. It's gonna be a while before this storm gets to you, but it's got some big old hail on it. Just got warned for some baseball-sized hail. What are you talking about, Devontae? To be fair, we did get a little thing over here from the Storm Prediction Center saying that increasing potential for a tornado or two this evening. There in that box. We'll see if that actually happens. Although these storms are the ones that also have this very large hail threat with them. They just extended this severe thunderstorm warning off to the east into El Reno, in Union City, and Piedmont. That's going to be for 60 mile per hour winds and 1 inch hail. Get indoors and away from them windows. Indoors. Yeah, new severe thunderstorm warning over here near Guthrie, Texas. Now for 1 inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds. Still got a big old cluster of let me see. Where's the radar here? This will be moving away. That's towards anticyclonic, and then this would be away. That's towards that is cyclonic rotation theoretically in there. Isn't a radar hole, but there is some rotation there. Don't think that's legitimate though. And then also seeing a little bit of rotation over here near Kilmere or Clemmy. And another area. Oh, they just got another PDS severe thunderstorm warning now with some baseball sized hail heading towards Burchinal, Mason City. Not good. Guys need to be indoors and well away from those windows. That storm is extremely dangerous here. Heading into Clear Lake, Iowa right now, and eventually into Mason City. Let me see if we've got any Iowa cams that far north. I'm not sure, but it's worth checking out. Oops. Put that over here. 1 second. Oh shit, we got. There are some cameras around the Mason City area. Don't seem to be live though. Oh, this one's live. And we got an underpass. We'll see what it's like as it comes into the Mason City area. Was predicted for Waterloo. Let me see where Waterloo is. Waterloo, Iowa. Yeah, I'd be weather aware. This large hailstorm, if it does take a southeasterly turn, could definitely eventually make it towards you. So I would be weather aware there in Waterloo. Potentially baseball-sized hail. Near Osceola, moving northeast. No, it's moving more like due east right now. This is hilarious. Storm Chaser Nick just posted this on Twitter. He said, I'm not sure, or Bryce Shelton, I'm not sure you're aware, but this other chaser named Paige has been following you all day. I've been watching this for hours. Please stay aware. Oh, it's funny. They're in the same car, but for some reason, their spot or not, they're like separated. That's hilarious. Yeah, these chasers following other storm chasers is really getting out of hand. All right, latest scan, that hail is getting closer and closer to Mason City. Please be indoors and away from windows. Hey, thank you, Olivia, for the $2. She says, meow, duck, 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 duck. Thank you for that. Birthday cake to the chat for Olivia. Yeah, we await this destructive hailstorm over here near Mason City. Also, destructive hail is also with some baseball-sized hail also making their way towards Thornton and Sheffield, Iowa as well. All right, let me refill my water real quick, folks. 1 second. Man, guys, that stomach bug that I got really messed me. Like, it messed me up for like a week, bro. It was nuts. And I still am feeling the after effects of it because it caused like a bunch of acid reflux. And that like tore up my throat. I've been I had a stuffed nose for like a week now. I feel literally no other symptoms, no fever. My stomach is getting like I don't really feel much stomach bubbliness anymore, but I still have like a sore throat and nasal congestion from just all the acid that is built up into my throat when I sleep and when I lay down. That was not fun. Like the stomach part itself, I'm used to like having stomach issues, but the acid reflux wasn't there. Drink milk. I don't have much of it. It's pretty much done, but I still have a little bit of a sore throat. But I will remember that for next time. Looks like they did let a lot of these severe thunderstorm warnings over near Dakota City to expire. Back over here near Creston, Iowa, still watching this storm. Looks like that wind surge is getting a little bit weaker though. Might see this get downgraded to a 60-mile-per-hour windstorm as it goes towards the Osceola area. These over here continue to be our most dangerous storms near Mason City. Let me see if we have any cameras further to the south of that. I do want to see if we can get eyes on that one storm. Yeah, like near Thornton. Windy. That storm's got a little bit of wind to it. And that wind gusting. Yeah, so not seeing people freak out yet in Mason City. So the biggest hail hasn't come through the area yet. Is that food poisoning? I don't think it was food poisoning. I don't know. I said diarrhea for like 2 days straight. And then I had like just horrible acid reflux. Might be a little bit TMI, but that's just what happened. New severe thunderstorm warning over here in Tejas. It's going to be for 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. They also upgraded this thunderstorm warning to 70-mile-per-hour winds. This is observed near Paducah. It's going to be heading towards Quanah, Texas in a little bit, so watch out. Eventually, these storms will try to make their way over to the Wichita Falls area. Man, look at these views coming out of some of our storm chasers. Very anemic-looking storms. But look at this. This is Tornado Pagey. I don't know what to call this. It's not a wall cloud. Maybe a little meso cyclone. This is near Ida Grove, Iowa. This storm is warned for half-dollar sized hail. A windmill. Yeah, we got some electricity being generated with this storm.
No.
That is for sure.
Here, Chad, I'll bring it out here so you can see. Well, you can see, but...
It's windy. Oh wow, that's pretty cool looking.
Huh? I can tell there's inflow because my hair is blowing in towards it. In my face.
What does it feel like to be anemic?
It's really pretty.
Got a massive wall cloud on this storm. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. They rewarned that storm near Pocahontas, near Livermore. By the way, heading into Gilmore City with some now golf ball sized hail. Eventually going to go into Rutland and then Livermore in a little bit. You get tired. Interesting. A migraine without headache can cause indigestion symptoms and stomach issues? What? Now that's interesting. I did not know that. Whoa, look at what Vince has. This is in Nebraska. It's 1, very windy, but 2, look at that rainbow.
Hey, the corn's coming up.
We are a little bit behind on his stream. I'm gonna have to go forward in it. Hopefully we don't lose the rainbow when I do that. Where'd the audio go? Oh, there it is. Rainbow. There's like blue skies on the right, little rainbow on the left, and a little bit of hail.
Cool. Yes.
That is cool, Vince. That's very cool. Give yourself a pat on the back.
It counts.
Turn right on Nebraska 41 West.
Yikes. Them winds are, it is windy out there. Holy moly. Yeah, hail is now pouring into Thornton now, and it looks like that hail is now coming into Mason City. So let's come back over here and check in. And some baseball-sized hail is possible with this storm. We'll watch this one first. Nobody's freaking out there yet. Southern Mason City. Definitely getting windier. You have silent migraines. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to get migraines quite frequently. It was like for like a year. And I was prescribed pain meds for when they happened, because Tylenol wouldn't touch them. But before they happened, I would get these weird things called auroras. Cause drainage, which creates acid reflux for you. It might be the other way around, Flanning. Could be the acid reflux causing nasal issues. It's like when you lie down, all that acid from your stomach just goes up into your throat, into your nasal passages, all that kind of stuff, and it can cause some damage. Cause some irritation, sometimes even infection. Yeah, they are pretty, but they're also weird. It's pretty high up for acid. Yeah. All right, no one going under the underpass yet, so the hail must not be too bad yet. Mason City. A storm near Sheffield definitely has some pretty big hail on it. We do have a camera kind of near that. No, it's not that one. This one. Oh wow, we got some police officers or something. Something's going on with this camera though. I'm not sure what's going on back there. I'm not sure if that's hail related or not, but maybe an accident has happened off of Thornton. Wiley, Texas looking. Looking pretty good. Got some showers forming near you. Actually, interestingly enough, 11 minutes ago, we had a 59-mile-per-hour wind gust. So these might be some more dry thunderstorms. So I would watch out for some severe gusts of wind near the Dallas, Garland area. Certainly possible, especially since we've already had a report. Yeah, I was secretly there for that, Beans. I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't want him to know I was there, because maybe he would have stopped. I was enjoying the compliment. I don't get them often. Let's come back over to here in Mason City. Still no cars with hazards on yet. Mason City might have gotten missed by the worst of the baseball-sized hail. It might be further to the south near Burchinal and just north of Rockwell. It's really nice to hear it. Yeah, it definitely was. I was glad somebody sees what we're doing over here. Yeah, Vince is super nice. Super nice guy. And super smart, too. Very smart person. The fact that he's doing his own soundings, to me, it's just such a cool concept. I'd really love seeing that data when it comes in. Man, look at that hail core on Storm Runner Media's feed. This storm is warned for some 1-inch hail But there's a lot of it in there. Look at that.
Look at the head. Look at the rain and hail.
Saved lives the other day. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those storm chasers that like is certified to save lives, and he does a really good job on coordinating with local officials and local EMS to help out where he can, because he used to be EMS himself.
Whatever one trying to go up back here, exploding in the far wee distance.
Yeah, I might not have to go too much farther. If anything,
You're in Rowlett. What state is that? Grandmother's rule.
Or am I'm probably just gonna sit up here.
I hope you. Never mind. Yeah, quite the hail core on that storm, or a rain shaft. A little update on the storm near Creston. It's continuing to push off to the east towards Osceola, and they have downgraded it to 60-mile-per-hour winds. So not as bad as it was, but still going to be a windy storm. Thank you, Kai, for subscribing. I did see that. I did see that for a second there. Yeah, weird area of rotation on this storm near Missouri. I don't think that's associated with anything. I would need to get a view on that storm. Let me see if there's any chasers near the storm. I think Jacob was out today. Yeah, he's south there. Freddy's out. Kopic's out. Oh, is Paige getting hail? Oh, yeah. That's crazy. I was searching for storm chasers and I came across the Y'all bot on YouTube. It has more viewers than us. Well, like double our viewership. The heck, man? Y'all really like watching an AI thing more than a human? What the heck's going on out there, man? Don't they know? That right there can be quite discouraging. Whatever, man. Whatever. Probably a bunch of bots watching that channel. I'm trying to bet. Yeah, maybe one of these days we can be as famous as Y'all bot. When I grow up, I want to be a Y'all bot. All right, latest scan over here near Gilmore City and Rutland and Ottoson, Bode, Livermore, and St. Joseph. Still some golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds moving up towards you guys there. The latest severe thunderstorm warning back over here near Indianola and Sheridan, Iowa, with some 60-mile-per-hour winds still pushing off to the east. Any updates on Sunday and Monday? I don't think we have like much new information. Let me see what our... I mean, we might have the latest 0Z HRRR in. That is coming in. Is it fully in? Not fully in, but might get into the range of Sunday on HRRR. We'll see. Yeah, latest update on these hailstorms back over here near Sheffield and Hampton. Still with some baseball-sized hail heading down towards Sheffield. Hopefully we'll go north of Hampton, but can't 100% guarantee that. And then this storm over here near Mason City, still pushing down to the south and east with potentially some baseball-sized hail. Heading into Hanford and Cartersville here within the next couple of minutes. Wait, I know what I should do. The storm is moving into Sheffield and Chapin. And then also further up to the north, it's going into Hanford and Cartersville. My name is EvanBot. If you have any questions, please pay me in the chat and I will answer them. All right, let me see. Are the views pouring in? The views are not pouring in. It didn't work. Help! I need some advice. How can I be more like y'allbot? I'm joking, obviously. Back over here south of Jayton, in Texas, our storm is still pushing off to the east towards Claremore and Harmony. That's going to be for 1 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Back over near El Reno, the storm is still pushing off to the east slowly, but surely, with the potential of 60-mile-per-hour winds now. So they did downgrade that from 70. That's good. You're up 8 visitors. Oh, wait, let me go back. We'll do like the NPC thing. Hi. Is that what we gotta do? We just gotta be more like AI, so like AI doesn't replace us. Just gotta copy it. Yeah, ask me questions for recipes. All right, we just got a new update. They are still keeping the baseball-sized hail warning on this storm, so still a very dangerous storm heading into the Sheffield area. Again, this could cause a lot of damage. So please be indoors and well away from windows as that pushes into Sheffield, Iowa. You have to embrace it. Land spouts somewhere? Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. There's a land spouty kind of atmosphere back over here in the Kansas area. Right in here. I could fire off of like this boundary here. Near Meade. Careful, bashing the bot can backfire on the web. What do you think? What do you think when AI becomes super intelligent, it's gonna come and get me? Or are you just saying generally that people are gonna feel sympathetic toward a literal robot that's taking my job? I think I will say whatever the heck I want. I'm not afraid of that. Not afraid to speak my mind. This is still a beautiful storm. Wow.
That's in between.
I'll say it. Screw y'all, bot.
Where the cloud isn't.
Say it with me. He's a stupid clanker. took my job.
They extended that cell for baseballs again. Going right over the interstate right now. Which big hail was in the cards today, guys. No surprise.
Your storm started moving a little bit to the north. There he comes. There goes Alex.
What you doing, Chazzy?
Yeah, well.
Come sit on my lap. Come here.
I'm out. I saw that flash and I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe get back in the car.
Yeah, I'm getting back in.
What if that turns into something?
That would be painful.
Right there.
I can't wait for the future. It's gonna be so much fun. We're also gonna be sitting at home all day, not doing anything. No job, no nothing. This storm's kind of getting a little bit super cellular here. Can y'all bot tell you that? Hold on, let me check. Is it talking about this rotation? Nope. It doesn't even see it. Wow. Wow. Y'all bot risking lives. Oof. 900 people don't know about this rotation. They should have trusted a human. It's not strong rotation, but I'm just being facetious, honestly. But still, very large hail still with the storm heading into Sheffield. Pretty dangerous still. Daniel's on this storm. I wish we could use Daniel's stream. He is the coolest Aussie storm chaser probably on the planet. Yeah, I wish I could show you guys Daniel's view. Interesting. Keep an eye on this storm. Very strong storm still. David Schlotthauer. Oh my god. We're not going to go on that triad. Man, what is this thing that Vince is looking at? Look at how the sun rays are catching the bottom side of this cloud.
So I actually appreciate that comment more than you might think. That there are folks out there that agree. I actually had a really nice discussion with Corey.
Worst
and Brandon
weather
Montgomery
YouTuber, I
about
don't
this the
know.
other day.
Weatherman Plus.
And it's just nice to talk to some other people who are also sick of the.
It's a close race between Weatherman Plus
This show, I'll tell you guys, this
and
show,
what's that other
show on
guy?
Discovery, which is the one that I effed off. Number one, they weren't
Direct Weather.
Number two, they were honestly pretty nasty people.
Who call for like
Zero Media.
Arctic blast during the middle of summer? Yeah, Weatherman Plus is just terrible. Okay, so they are extending this northern warning for like barely any hail, so looks like they are downgrading that storm, thankfully. This one though is still warned for some baseball sized hail, but look at this view here from Stormrunner Media in Odebolt. Look at the blue popping out of that storm there.
Which one? The one to the south has a lot of radar, or a lot of lightning on radar.
Well, what Weatherman Plus has done in the past, he put a hurricane in Canada on his thumbnail once.
These storms out to the west have always had more of the lightning today.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough. It's a little basic.
Like, yeah, we can argue to our blue in the face whether or not max velocities or like Ryan Hall's thumbnail tactics are good or bad. But those guys, like the David Schlotthauers, the
finally the ones to the east,
the Weatherman Pluses, the Direct Weather, they're just so bad. Also, who's the other guy?
I mean, I could try to. It'll be there before you know it.
There's one more guy. Weather on the Go is also really bad. Really bad clickbaiter. A little bit of an area of convergence back in over here. I think that's hail contamination though. Oh wow, look at the storm on Pages. They got a little exposed naked, got a naked updraft. Put some clothes on.
Picture of my phone. Look at it. Ooh.
Convective Chronicles. What? That's wild. Like if we could replace those YouTubers with Convective Chronicles and have Convective Chronicles get as much views as Direct Weather or as a Weatherman Plus. Okay, this is looking a little bit more interesting over here near Dakota City. I'm not exactly sure what's happening. Probably side load, but I'm gonna keep an eye on that. And then like Tim Velasquez, I don't know Tim Velasquez. Tim Vesquez. Like the people that I'm talking about, like Tim Vesquez and Convective Chronicles, they maybe get like 1,000 views on their videos. And then Convective Chronicles, he actually gets like up to like 5,000, sometimes 10,000 views on his videos. Like if they could get like 100,000 views on, oh my gosh, on their videos, like that would make me feel like YouTube made a good change when it comes to like trustworthy sources. But the fact that it is the Direct Weathers and the Weatherman Pluses that are getting tons of views and not like people that are actually good at forecasting is so concerning to me. But what we gonna do about it? I do believe like Tim Vesquez. I mean, yeah, when you watch his forecast, it's not the most entertaining thing ever, but I mean, he's grounded. You know, he forecasts, his forecasts are accurate. He doesn't try to pull your chain either which direction, and neither does Convective Chronicles, and that's why they don't get as many views. They don't have the flashy, you know, the everything's gonna explode tomorrow type of thumbnail. But I mean, they're really good forecasters, and it really sucks that, you know, people's attention spans, I guess, maybe are just too small to absorb that much information. But I mean, they do a phenomenal job. I'm a little bit curious. There is some precipitation here. Just south of Jonas Siding here, and a little bit of rotation. Not really sure what I think about that storm yet, but I'm gonna continue to keep an eye on it. Just north of Fort Dodge. For a forecast, yeah. That is interesting. It's too bad accuracy is less than fear-mongering, yeah. Yeah. Nothing you can do about it, though. That's just the way of the world. I don't like to be about it, especially for my channel anymore, because I've just already accepted it. But it really does hurt, you know, to see people like Tim and Convective Chronicles, like such trusted and well-spoken voices that are like, that really care about their forecast. Like, they're not there to make a buck off you. They're just there to be as friggin' accurate as possible. And that's who you should want as a forecaster. You know, you shouldn't be looking for who has the most flashiest graphics. You know, if you are a little bit bored, you're probably watching a good forecaster, to be fair, because they're actually like going through the motions and actually making a forecast instead of just being like, STP big, my goodness, we gonna die type people, you know. Yeah, still a little something going on here, and we do have some precipitation wrapping around there. It's definitely got me curious. It does seem a little bit side lobe contaminated, but Technically, I wouldn't be surprised if they like threw a warning on that, but a lot of the storms in this area do seem pretty elevated. I just wish we had a chaser on one of these storms. I think we might have. Let me check Jacob again. I think Jacob was kind of close to the Fort Dodge storm. Yeah, he's close to the Fort Dodge storm, but he has lost signal. You know, watch the you watch it for safety. Yeah, as you should. No, but there's definitely a study to be done about social media and how it has affected the ability to just communicate in general, but also it's pretty interesting when it comes to weather as well. Where is Tornado Pagey? They're near Arthur again. Oh, a dark looking storm. Looks angry. And they're still near Ida Grove. Tornadoes are fascinating to you, yeah. I feel that. It's more of like because it's interesting, right? Still an interesting signal here. Still seems pretty messy. But it's in the right area of the storm. Technically to be considered rotation. It's just, it's so blocky around it. And also the area that's behind it is also so blocky. It's making me think that this has got to be over exaggerated, but just by maybe there's just like some contamination there, but still worth keeping an eye on. Back over here near Sheffield, Iowa, this storm is still warned for baseball-sized hail. It's now moving through Thornton, and the next in line is going to be either Sheffield or over there near Rockwell, depending on this storm's track. Just lost power in Fort Dodge. Starting past St. Charles, Minnesota looked pretty angry too. Interesting. Jazzy, have I ever told you how much I love you? Yeah, such a good boy. You can definitely tell that there's rain wrapping around it, though. That's probably close to the amount of rotation that this storm actually has. Still might be a little bit over exaggerated, but there's definitely what appears to be a mesocyclone on this thunderstorm right now near Fort Dodge. Daniel Shaw. Yeah, let me look at Daniel. No, Daniel's on that northern one. He's on this one here. Which isn't very tornadic, but there is some pretty big hail on this storm, but baseball sized coming into Sheffield. Very dangerous in terms of its hail threat. Definitely do not want to be outside. Wow, we had an 80-mile-per-hour wind report 18 minutes ago on this storm here. Watch out over there near Texahoma and Goodwell. Could be some stronger winds than what that storm is warned for. Also, some 70-mile-per-hour winds heading into Aspermont here in Texas. Watch out there. And further up to the north, 60-mile-per-hour winds are coming into Quanah, Texas. And back over here near Oklahoma City, we still have 60-mile-per-hour winds approaching you guys there. Might go directly into the Oklahoma City area. Oh, it is. That's nice. Oh, no, it's not. You lie, help. Let me do a refresh. Not enough for me. Wow, look at this view from Vince. That little updraft on the storm near Milford. It's up for you? Oh, okay. What radar are you using? Radar scope, right? So peaceful out there. I wonder what this looks like if we do a little time lapse. He's been sitting here for a while. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's pretty cool. A little bit of mid-level rotation in that thing. Now look at this hail core on Tornado Pagey's stream. Look at that.
So that storm near Cherokee just got severe with 1.75-inch hail.
Oh, wow.
The one in Sioux Rapids has 1.25-inch hail.
Tiffany Mitchell donated $100.
Whoa!
Or you are the best compared to all the rest.
Yo, thank you, Tiffany, for the $100 donation. Everybody put birthday cakes in the chat for Tiffany. Thank you. I appreciate that. I needed to hear that. Times are rough. You guys certainly keep me going, and I do appreciate that. We would not be live right now if it was not for you guys. So thank you. Chazzy, did you just toot? That smells horrendous. What did you eat, Chaz? That ain't the food I'm feeding you. Golly. Chazzy just ripped a stinker. Yeah, there's still baseball-sized hail on this storm. It's right over there near Swadale and Thornton, just to the north of Thornton, heading towards Swadale. Man, look at that hail core. You can see it like so vividly. Look at that. Wow. Chaz just tooted one nasty right now. What are you doing, Chazzy? Yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm telling everybody. Yes, you're just too cute, though, to get mad at. Mm-hmm. Had too much protein, maybe. Storm over here near Eagle Grove has been upgraded to 2-inch hail. So watch out there in Eagle Grove. Man, still an area of some rotation here, showing up on radar. And still looks slightly contaminated, which is probably why they haven't pulled a warning on it yet. It's kind of hard to trust the radar. But, I mean, I wouldn't doubt there'd be some rotation on this storm right now. Mason City storm have rotation. Not a whole lot. We're in the mid-levels, it does, but that's like in the hail core, so it's... Oh, my gosh. Look at that hail core. That big white blob on the right, that's the hail core. Yeah, it has elevated rotation, but nothing probably near the surface. Mainly just a big hail threat coming into the Rockford and Marble Rock area. Boxer toots? I don't know. I think Chazzy Toots are probably up there in terms of stankness. Yeah, it's a thick hail core for sure. Big old blob. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning back over here near early with 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Watch out over there near D36. And thank you, Olivia, for gifting a membership. Thank you. We also got another severe thunderstorm warning on this storm that's building just to the west of Lincoln. Lincoln, Nebraska. That's going to try to make a close approach to Lincoln itself. So keep your guys' eyes on that storm. And I think that's this storm that Vince Welty is on, actually. Oops. That's this storm near Lincoln. Just got severe warned. Everybody put snails in the chat for Olivia. Snails or ducks? Yeah, it's weird. You know, like my toots, I don't ever smell them anymore because my nose is used to it. I don't know why that doesn't happen for dogs. I mean, I've been living with Chaz for so long. I wish it would. Was the stream come to? Sorry, my dog just ripped a nasty fart, so my ADHD brain is now latched onto that topic for probably not a good thing to be talking about that. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. We're getting some hail, maybe here.
Cloud to ground lightning.
Yeah, cloud to ground. You got positive and negative strikes.
Now it's severe warned.
There it goes. Garrett, what's the difference between a positive and a negative CG? We're gonna have Mamadas too.
Marshalltown, Iowa.
That'd be cool.
Let me see where that
I
is.
think we're gonna have I think we could get a crazy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Show. There's Freddie. We just passed Freddie.
It's still some broad circulation here on this storm, but again, still not overly concerning. Should be an elevated storm up there. Did that work, Valkyrie? I might try that. It looks like the hail threat with this storm might be diminishing a tad. Doesn't look like baseball's in there anymore, but this one over here near Dakota City definitely has a decent little hail core here and here, heading into Thor and Dakota City, Iowa. Some wind can clear a room, yeah. Stank powder. Yeah, Chaz is quite outflow dominant right now. Oh.
A radar indicated tornado warning has been issued for these areas.
That's interesting that they threw a tornado warning on this guy. Huh. It's in a radar hole, so... Oh! Yikes! Did you get your nail caught on my pocket? Poor Mabas. Are you okay? Yeah, be careful where you put your nails, Bubba. No. Got his nail caught on my pocket. Okay, we got a tornado warning out over here for Marble Rock, Roseville, and Floyd. Unfortunately, I don't really have a whole lot of answers for you guys. Yeah, there is some rotation right there in our storm near Rockford, but we're looking 10,000 feet up into our storm. It's very hard to tell whether or not that is going to be surface rotation or not. I haven't really seen any reports out of here, but just in case that is making it down to the surface, if you do live in Marble Rock, Roseville, or Floyd, would be going to your safe spots. This is the first tornado warning of the day. Yes. He's accident prone. Yeah, he is. Well, he's also like, to be fair, he's a little baby. Like that probably didn't hurt, but what he freaked out about was the potential of hurt, because he has gotten he's got like PTSD because he has gotten his nail caught before and the nail has broken. And so he's probably got a little PTSD from that. So every time he gets it like slightly snagged on something, he freaks out. All right, latest scan, still noticing some rotation over here near Rockford. Again, hard to tell whether or not that's making it down to the surface. But if you live in Rockford, Roseville, and Marble Rock, continue to be in your safe spots. As if a tornado picks up nuclear waste with a storm spread a bunch of radioactivity everywhere. Yes. Thoughts on the storm over Lincoln right now? Well, it is severe thunderstorm warned. That is coming towards Lincoln. Not sure if it'll last all the way to Lincoln, but I would definitely be weather aware, especially in southern Lincoln and central Lincoln, for maybe some severe weather of up to 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is what that storm currently looks like on a live view of that storm near Dorchester, Nebraska. Looking up at it, this is what it looks like. This is what's coming eventually towards the Lincoln area. Yes, tornadoes can spread bacteria, and in fact, there is a guy that got picked up by the Joplin tornado, survived, and while battling his injuries in the hospital, his body was battling a flesh-eating bacteria. So he got picked up by one of the strongest tornadoes to have ever happened, miraculously survived, then had to deal with the flesh-eating bacteria that the tornado was carrying, and survived that too. Talk about a shitstorm. All right, latest scan here near Rockford, still showing some rotation on that radar, and then also on this radar as well. So still an area of rotation within our storm near the Rockford area. Again, really hard to tell what's happening near the surface. Again, we're looking 10,000 feet up into the storm, but if any of that is near the surface, could be enough to cause a tornado. So again, if you live in Marble Rock in Roseville in Iowa, still would want you guys to be in your safe spots. As the tornadoes aren't bad enough, they carry in flesh-eating bacteria too. Not all the time, and it's very rare. It's a pretty rare bacteria, but yes, they do carry. I mean, we might get a tornado warning on this storm too near Swadale. That's starting to interest me. An area of rotation. You can see we definitely got a supercell here as well, just to south and west of Swadale. Wondering if like the precipitation from some of these storms to the south are helping to enhance our dew points around these storms. I know dew points are quite low up there. It's pretty surprising that we're...
Nicole Burke donated $10. Let's help keep this going.
Oh, it is.
Donate. End of May and June matters as well.
Thank you so much for that $10 donation. Thank you, thank you. That's a huge help to the channel. Everybody put birthday cakes in the chat. Also, thank you, Donald, for sending a $25 on cash or on PayPal. Thank you. Yeah, everybody put birthday cakes in the chat for Nicole. And you can see the dew points are rising out over here near Lake City, Jefferson, and Boone, and Eldora. So it's probably why we're seeing increased tornadic activity up here in this area. Little area of rotation over there near Swaddale, and then another area of rotation is fizzling at the moment near Rockford. But I would still be in your safe spots just in case that storm does reorganize. Also, we got these storms back over near Storm Lake that are starting to produce a little bit more impressive hail back over there near Aurelia, Alta, and Storm Lake. 2-inch hail now. That's significant. Wow, look at this storm on Vince's stream. Look at those colors. If you live in Lincoln, this is what's coming your way. I know it's too beautiful to really be scared of, but I promise. Well, you probably shouldn't be scared of it. I wouldn't be outside, but 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds isn't too crazy. But look at that. It looks like a painting.
Donald Morton donated $25.
Thank you, Donald. Everybody put birthday cakes in the chat for Donald for his generous PayPal. And we get that money immediately, so you guys are helping me a lot more than you currently think you are. You might be just thinking, oh, I'm giving $25 to a streamer that's probably got a ton of money because he's got 100,000 subscribers. Nope. At the beginning of the stream, I had $25 in my pocket. And now I have $200 because of you guys. But thank you. There's still a little area of rotation on our latest scan there near Swaydale. Heading just south of Rockwell. Still keeping an eye on that. Man, all the storm views are looking crazy from our storm chasers. Just crazy beautiful colors. I mean, this is generational. You just don't see a storm like this very often. Look at the sunset on this thing. The pink colors, the yellow colors. I mean, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, how much money would you pay to get to see this view? I would pay $5. Wow, look at all the light. It's pretty out there, man. I just can't take my eyes off the storm. It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. Wow, wow, wow. All we need is some cows.
I don't either. I got kicked off of it like 6 years ago.
We'll have to create a Jeremy DeWitt account for things like this.
We did that last year.
We did, and it got banned, didn't it? I forgot.
This lightning is insane.
Yep, sure is.
I mean, it's still beautiful, but unfortunately, we got to go back to the tornado warning. That is a beautiful storm. All right, latest scan. There is still an area of rotation here near Kearney. Oh, I don't know why the tornado warning just disappeared. Did they allow it to expire? Just like that? They did. All right, tornado warning has been allowed to expire. Woo! We made it. Yay. Whoa. Dude. Oh my gosh, guys. I think we died.
No, okay.
I think we died, guys. I think we've all been transported to heaven. I guess heaven is real. What in the world are we looking at? Beautiful. It's like a painting. Bob Ross is proud of this sky right now. Look, the color of the storm matches their severe thunderstorm watch graphic. Imagine actually being there. I am currently right now imagining. But it's really hard for me to imagine that without also imagining the gas bill.
You guys like this, or what do you guys like? What do you guys feel?
Yeah, can you point the camera to the ground? This is a disgusting view.
You guys are crooked?
I'm just kidding. No, we hate this. This is, ugh. How dare you show us the most beautiful clouds that I've seen this year. This is the most beautiful looking storms we have seen all year. Beautiful. Someone told me to check swaddle rotation. Yes, an area of rotation is still here. I still believe that a tornado warning is possible for the storm near Swaddell. So watch out over there near Rockwell. We're still watching that storm like a hawk. My God. I mean, what's even happening? Why are these sunsets so intense on these storms?
Way cooler in the car than it does out of the car, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, we have passed away. We've made it. We have ascended the staircase. Pretty sure these clouds do not exist on Earth. We've either been transported to another planet or gone to heaven. Holy moly. Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. No, that's Nebraska. Holy moly.
Come on, lightning. Come on.
Yeah. Wow, 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 wow. It doesn't even seem real. Whoa, that seems real and dangerous. Yeah, I feel like they should warn this just out of caution. I know these storms are in a really crappy environment, and that's probably not going to produce a tornado, but it's possible. And I think the people in Rockwell would like to know about it. It could be hail contamination for sure, but there's a tight little couplet there. It's really far away from the radar. It is very possible that that is just some contamination, but I think to just kind of get out ahead of it and just to be better safe than sorry on that storm. I think I don't know. It's probably still a low chance that it produces, so that might be what they're thinking, but yeah. They did downgrade this to $half sized hail, by the way, so no longer PDS warned. All right, we're gonna switch back over to Vince for just a moment here, and I am going to take a quick potty break. So y'all enjoy these really rare views, honestly. I haven't seen like this consistently pretty skies, I think, in my entire YouTube journey. I don't know what it is about these clouds and the sun and how they're interacting, but I mean, how many times have you guys seen this kind of view?
I gotta get these cars out of my panorama shot. So I screw it up. That one just fucked my shot. You're kidding me. God dang it. Try this again. The lightning ruined it.
I mean, it still kind of looks pretty cool. My goodness. My goodness gracious. That is a beautiful storm. All right, we did get a new tornado warning, by the way. Back over here near Rockwell. That's going to be for this area of rotation, just to the west of Rockwell. We just got a new tornado warning. And this one might actually try to produce. So I would definitely be in your safe spots out over here in Iowa for Rockwell, Cartersville, Hurley, and Hanford.
Tornado warning has
Some
been
decently
issued
strong
for
rotation.
these areas.
Now, to be fair, we are viewing this from 8,000 feet away from our radar, so there's no guarantee that this is surface-based rotation. But if it is, I would definitely be in your safe spots there in Rockwell, just in case for that tornadic potential. We're not seeing debris. If we do see debris on this storm, it's not a good sign, because that means it's lofting debris 8,000 feet into the air. So we likely, if this thing does produce a tornado, not even going to see the debris on radar unless it's on the stronger variety. But if you live over there in Rockwell, I would be in your safe spots. Heck of a hole for it to be in. Yeah. Unfortunately, we just don't have close radar on this thing. But I think it's clear enough, you know, that it's probably a good thing to be in your safe spots for that one. Although there is a good chance near the surface it looks more like these storms, just nothing. But there's also a chance that this mid-level circulation is hinting at something. I mean, we have it on both of our radars of that mid-level circulation, so it's definitely there. The question is whether or not that's making it down to the surface. But, you know, in this case, really doesn't matter. Just treat it like a tornado is very possible with this storm, and I would be in your safe spots. That's the best way to think about it. All right, latest scan, not as much rotate. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's a poorly paused frame there. Oh wait, no. Yeah, latest scan, that rotation is not really that strong anymore. Might be trying to recycle, but we'll see. I'd still be in your safe spots there near Rockwell, Iowa. I need to blow my nose. Still got stuffy nose from the acid reflux. Inappropriate. But does anybody else do the like when you blow your nose, like you immediately look like at the snot you just blew out? I don't know why I do that, but I guess I'm checking it for like debris or like blood, or was just in case. You never know, but like yeah, nosebleed, yeah. 00Z is in for Sunday. Yep, I've been seeing people react to 0Z in the chat. I am a little busy right now, but we will check it on that as soon as our tornado warning expires. But yeah, it does seem like we have new models in for Sunday. And the way people are reacting in chat, I'm assuming we're going to see a bunch of warm sector storms. Well, we'll see. The latest scan, very broad or not very broad, but not as tight circulation, not as strong circulation. I would still be in your safe spots just in case we're not seeing the full picture here. Falling off the wagon, no. We always talk like this on this channel. I don't know why I share so much with you guys. Do you guys feel like family? I feel like I can share anything with you guys. Maybe not anything. What is that on Vince's stream? Is that his window? Or is it like a, look at that weird cloud, like extending out of this storm. Whoa! Okay, that lightning was pretty freaking cool. Not gonna lie. Oh, he's in Friend, Nebraska. After this stream, we'll look at it after the tornado warning expires. I promise, guys. Okay, that's not a good sign that like all the weather nerds in chat are like, check the latest models. Especially when they're demanding me to check it now. It makes me feel like it doesn't look good for Sunday. But it's the first one, to be fair, it's the first model that's coming in for Sunday. The first like time the HRRR has really been in range. So it usually goes a little crazy when it's further out. All right, latest scan, an area of some rotation is redeveloping on our storm near Rockwell. So a little bit tighter circulation just in between Rockwell and Hurley. It's 10% SIG 2 on the initial day 2, in my opinion. I don't know, guys. Your guys are sparking my curiosity almost too much here. Kind of want to look. I don't know. If I go look at it and there's a bunch of beans, but then we take a sounding and there's a cap, and you guys are freaking out over storms that are elevated, I will be upset with you guys. Make sure there's no capping inversion around those storms, or I'll start making wacky predictions in my chat. And remember, it's not the simulated reflectivity is not the whole story. But we'll see. I'll look at it in just a moment. As soon as this tornado warning expires, it's coming. We got new models, fresh data in for Sunday, and every weather nerd in my chat is being a weather nerd. We have WX Twitter happening real time in my chat. You donated, check the message I left you. Okay. Oh, yeah, it must have been when I was taking a pee, maybe. Hasn't come up yet, but thank you, Dan, for the donation. He says, Evan, you're the best around. No one's ever going to take you down. Sincerely, you're a scanner, man. Let's get this man to 3,000 by Memorial Day. Appreciate that. Thank you for the $15, Dan. We are getting close to our goal. Slowly but surely getting closer and closer to our monthly goal. We are at 87%. Only, believe it or not, only $370 left to go, which is nuts. This storm is lifting north, which is making me think that it's probably about to die out here. For a storm to really be tornadic in this environment, it would really have to travel south and east, and this storm is lifting off to the north, which means it's probably becoming an elevated supercell. The environment is very upper echelon, yeah. RJG Wetworth Gaming 9388 just came in and said, I just checked the HRRR0Z. Evan, check it right now. I might check it. I think this storm is going to be on its way out. Oh my gosh. I'm just kidding. Whoa! I'm just kidding. Oh, look at that low pressure system just slide in there. A little bit of a warm front right there near those storms. It's in a weird spot though. Our main warm front, I mean, our main storms that are like our main warm sector is back down here. There's our dry line. Technically, that's a triple point here. Wouldn't be this storm further up to the north, but it would be these ones like near Wayne and Stanton. Capping inversion at the surface. That's a stout one. It's going to be hard for a storm to drill down to the surface with that capping inversion. And that's at 7 p.m. But man, that hodograph. Look at that. Look at that hodograph. That is, that's a lot of shear. Storm relative velocity, 335 around that storm. If that cap somehow does not materialize, yeah, dangerous day tomorrow for sure. And that storm is near the warm front too. That might help lift that cap. That capping inversion might be a lot more easily to be eroded with a storm latched onto like a warm front. But yeah, I mean, look at the entire warm sector on the HRRR. Not a single storm at 7 o'clock by the HRRR. Let's check this one over here near Akron. Oh, okay. That's a little bit contaminated. Let me bring this back to like here. Now that is a more favorable look. No capping inversion, 3,000 joules per kilogram, 7.4 lapse rates. That could be a long tracked supercell. A little bit contaminated here, but you can kind of get the picture here. That is a tornadic environment. Yep. Gotta watch those storms. Gotta watch those storms. Sunday is looking interesting, but again, this is the first run of the HRRR that has been in range of Sunday. It usually goes a little bit crazy. But yeah, over there near Harrington, West Point, going into like northwestern Iowa. That either one of these environments. This one, this environment further down to the south, That capping inversion does lift eventually. A little bit like further down to the south here. Thermodynamically a little iffy still. Golly, but that shear is so strong it probably won't matter. Yeah, I mean, that does, yeah, worth the hype. I'd say so. I agree with you guys. That's got oh wow written all over it. But again, first run of the HRRR. It'll probably change as we get closer, but it really does, I think, paint a good picture of the environment that's going to be out there. I don't think the environment's really going to change that much. I do think there's going to be some capping. I do think there's going to be a decent amount of wind shear in the area, and those cells, they could go absolutely nuts. And we're talking about some pretty strong tornadic activity with, you know, those types of lapse rates, that much instability, the amount of lower level wind shear, the storm relative velocity is pretty elevated as well. I mean, that's one of the better soundings, or the most favorable looking soundings we probably pulled this year. So definitely worrisome. I think they're going to allow this tornado warning to expire here. I think our tornado threat's pretty much dying out here as well. But we'll keep an eye on it until the tornado warning is allowed to expire. That's for Saturday. No, that's for Sunday. Saturday is looking still a little iffy. We do have supercells fire up here in like northern Nebraska, in a decent shear environment. Minimal capping. Gonna have to watch like right along this little worm front here, and eventually it turns into quite the windbag as it pushes down into like Perry, Creston, Indianola. Could have a QLCS tornado threat there. And also initially back over here near like Hayes Center, could have some storms try to develop like near Loop City and St. Paul. That could have somewhat of a favorable environment as well. And there's again, capping inversion is going to be an issue tomorrow. It's not a guarantee, but it does seem like the cap could lift at some point. We'll see. Definitely some large hail. This is going to be large to very large hail again tomorrow. Is going to be probably the main issue. Also some damaging winds of up to 80 miles per hour being possible, especially when you get a wind surge like this in a little MCS form. Des Moines going to be watching out for some power outages tomorrow. Also some supercells try to develop all the way out here. Yeah. Luckily there is a capping inversion out here, or my goodness. Well, this one isn't too capped. I might have to watch out for a little sneaky threat near like Kenny and Des Moines. A couple of supercells trying to develop out over in the open warm sector by around 7 p.m. out there.
A radar indicated tornado warning has been issued for these areas. Yeah, that's just a little update on this tornado warning here. It's going to be allowed to expire in 34 minutes. Let me just make sure that's right. Yeah, 34 minutes. But I'm surprised they didn't let it expire there, because there's like no more rotation on radar anymore. Looks dry above. Yeah, the email is going to be in there. That's going to likely help some of these storms stay severe or stay more discreet, as that will erode a lot of the environment around there. But I wonder if you have the H triple or the precipitation around the cells. Let me see what the 0Z are. The 0Z Rufus is coming in, guys. Just kidding. I don't give the Rufus really any credit for like anything. It's never been right once this year. Yeah, those are my thoughts on Sunday. Sunday definitely seems like the ceiling could be pretty high.
Those games will turn upside down, and then they'll start being favored in some of them. They have a decent offense. I don't understand what they're. I don't know.
How many primetime games did they get?
None.
You know, if they end up being decent.
What are they yapping about? Ooh.
See if we can catch any lightning on Tornado Page's stream.
So we're trying to make this as accessible as
I mean,
possible,
Vince's stream.
on behalf of myself, the project, and everybody that's involved with this. Like, we
all right, tornado warning has been allowed to expire, folks.
Anybody out of any.
And I think a lot of our severe threat, our big, large hail threat, and our tornado threat is going to be kind of fizzling throughout the night here. So I do think that's going to be it for me. We're going to go over in raid Vince Welty. As he's done an amazing job today. So you guys go over there and give him a huge shout out and some love. Mainly just rating him because he... There we go. Sorry. As he gave me such a long-winded review. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be live tomorrow. I'll have a video out tomorrow, probably around 12 p.m., same time as usual, unless I actually get good sleep tonight. We'll see. Any large to very large hail is still going to be possible back over here near Storm Lake with these storms that are a little bit more elevated. But I think our tornado threat is kind of diving off of a cliff, thankfully. A lot of our severe thunderstorm warnings further down to the south has also been allowed to be expired. Did Vince just end his stream? Are you kidding me? Never mind. Just kidding. We're not rating Vince. We are rating Storm Winter Media instead. So we haven't rated them in a really long time. Yeah, we're going to rate Storm Winter Media. They also had a really cool view too. And they're doing a lot of good work out there. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Huge shout out to everybody that donated, getting us closer to our goal. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Huge shout out to the mods as well.